Hello everybody. And yeah, I've already go live as promised here. And yeah, we will be properly start soon. And thank you so much for actually sticking around. We are going to live. So thank you. I'll do will be start really soon. Stick around. So hello everybody and good morning from me from how do I say? How do I properly introduce myself here? Okay, never mind. It's early in the morning, so it's a little bit foggy for my brain, but it's okay. I've already have a little bit of my breakfast here, and don't worry if you see my face tracking's weird here as well. I'm I'm in kind of dark of a room. I'm just using my USB light here, so the tracking detection here is pretty erratic, but don't worry, we shall be good. And yeah, thank you so much for coming in. And today, okay, now I will properly reintroduce myself. I'm Daniel Suguwa, your host today for us to witness the launch of the NASA's space launch system. We are going to see the launch of the SLS rocket. That one is the Block 1. The standardized will be coming soon after the Artemis III. And the Artemis 4 from now on will be using the standardized version instead of using the ICPS. ICPS stands for the interim cryogenic propulsion system. That one is best. That one is the lightly modified from the DCSS, the Delta cryogenic S, something like it. Another double S there. Mm, yeah, yeah, it could be like the Delta cryogenic space system, something like that. That one were used back around the Delta 3. Yeah, unfortunately not the best successful rocket, but the Delta 4 is pretty successful from what I can tell, even though it's pretty expensive, but well, it is what it is, right? And also at the same time, on this Delta 4 mission, sorry, on how do I say? And also at the same time, we're also going to see the solid rocket boosters as well. The SRB. SRB is essentially the 5-segment SRB, the solid rocket booster version derived from space shuttle. If I from my a bit of understanding, originally NASA should have at some point debuted the 5-segment version, but for the space shuttle, but instead it never went to it, and instead of that 5-segment designated for sort of like the now the successor for the space shuttle variant SRB. SRB for the space shuttle is the 4 segment, not the 5. So originally it's on the 4. NASA wants to upgrade it to 5, but it never came to. But eventually this how do I say, this project that did lead somewhere else, and this 5 segment SRB, actually, if I remember, the first debut ever, before even the Artemis I launch, the inaugural launch of the SLS rocket, is the one and the only functional constellation launch mission, if which is the Ares 1-X. So that one is the only solid rocket booster, if I remember correctly, that uses the 5 segment. But after that, there's literally nothing else, and it's practically in the limbo until eventually, when this program when the constellation program were cancelled, and basically it rebooted back as the SLS program, the Space Launch System program. Eventually, SLS just adopt that 5 segment solid rocket boosters, and as we know from the history, the how do I say, the constellation program, the only functional launch of the Ares 1-X, that one is launched back around late 2009, around September or October 2009. And afterward, from the reboot, the another functional launch of this 5 segment SRB solid rocket booster is around the let me see, because I need to remember this correctly again, is around the November 2022. Yeah, and yeah, I did actually witness the launch itself, and I remember, I think maybe some of you even remember, that's back when Clear Uso is still pretty new in the scene. Yeah, was still pretty new in this scene, and now looks like I'm kind of like new in the scene as well. Well, I don't know if anyone really cares about about watching this one, but if you really do care, watch my stream. I can say you are awesome. That's all. But yeah, but all of that aside, after yeah after the Artemis I launch, we are going to see the Artemis II, and this one would be the crewed launch of this mission. Yeah, we are finally on here after like what, how many decades development of hell, I can say, in the rocketry system. Even though, sadly, if you even know about the Artemis program, it does actually lead us question about the sustainability of the mission, how expensive and whatnot, right? I mean, and even if the program will survive beyond the SLS program, I mean, yeah, it's one of the thing I'm actually pretty sad. But in the meantime, well, let's just enjoy for what it is, okay? And I really hope we can do this, okay? And I don't think I should waste too much time. Yeah, I think I really want to show you some kind of charts and whatnot, but that one will be sparse in between few. Yeah, in between few. Instead, I will just focus us directly into the NASA live stream, isn't it? So let's go. Okay, and here is it. I We are in the live stream right now, and don't worry, there is subtitles. Yeah, so you might actually like it. Oh, and this is the Artemis II crew menu for today. Okay, if I remember correctly, there is actually 4 astronauts that will actually go for this inaugural crewed mission of this SLS rocket program here, for this Orion spacecraft. And do you want to know what's even funnier? Funnier, the Orion mission insignia, or mission patch, something like that, that actually held back around the constellation program, and it's still being used till this day. It's crazy. We are still practically just bring around the time where the SL where back when constellation exist, Yeah, if I remember, even Manley himself actually they actually ever done this kind of video, like where it's like multiples of time the entire mission is like rebooted here and there. But well, it is what it is, right? Um, and yeah, I guess also I will try. Sure, okay. So let me try here. Uh, I'm going to. Yeah. I don't think we even have another way. And I need to test this recession. Okay. Ouch. That's not good. Fortunately, we're still we're still pretty early here. So yeah, we are not yet resting. This is actually for me to test out. Okay. Ouch. No, no way around. Okay. So okay, so I've already tried it. Okay. So the recession is already good. The copyright. Yeah, this is just for example. Okay, so looks like it's not entirely the best section. That one I'll just change color. Hopefully we can change this into something else in case. But we are not going to use that copyright header. Who cares for now? So we are just rolling in as it is. Okay. Maybe there's another method that I can use to uh could let me see, because I think I can. mm, okay, so I guess I can also find another one. Fortunately I did circling moon mission. Yeah, circling moon mission. Yeah, because I need to keep this brief and short so we can make the text way bigger. Okay, and let's try. Wow. See, and see, we have a little bit of real estate, what we are going to do right now. And yeah, pretty awesome. Awesome. And this is right now at 5:20, at least in my place, at least in my place right now in Sarawak, in Borneo, it's 5:26, 48 a.m. here, 20, on 2nd of April 2026. So yeah, for you guys still back around the Americas zone, it doesn't matter, Northern America, Central America, South South America, some parts of Europe, and also some parts of Africa region. Okay, Europe region, something like that. Um, some of you are still in the 1st of April 2026. So it's the April Fool's Day, but let's hope for the best. This is not an April Fool's Day. I will hate to make this an April Fool's Day, and I hate to just try to set up this stream one more time. I mean, it's not because I don't want, but you want to know something why? Because setting that up, it can take like almost forever for me. I mean, not entirely though. Fortunately, YouTube allow you to reuse some of the elements that you have already used before. So that's why I can I can probably go stream here and there. So yeah, and even though we don't have anyone here right now in my stream, yeah, that's okay. I've already got pretty used to it. But again, if you're coming here right now, you are I. It doesn't matter if you're new or even my existing, aka how do I say, already in subscriber viewers. Hello and welcome. And if you're even watching on replay, hello and welcome as well. Let's hope for the best. This is not an April Fool's Day. I hate it if this is happen, if that's like that. Let's hope for the best, because this is the best opportunity we got right now. Okay, there's no other better opportunity. I mean, if you already take days off, why do you want to waste your time? Okay, and as you can see, that one, if I remember, is Glover. This one is Christina Koch. Okay, Jeremy Hansen, and also uh, how do I even see? Yeah, Victor Glover, Jeremy Hansen, Christina Koch, and what's one again? Reid something something. Let me search again. Ha. This is why you need to do a little bit of refreshment. It doesn't matter. Even though you know something, but sometimes it's better for you to remember. Sometimes better for you to refresh. There's no shame. Yeah, and also Reid Weisman. Yeah. Okay. So there's four astronauts that will be going for this Artemis II crewed mission. This one will be circling around the moon. The first, from in no particular order, is Victor Glover, Reid Weisman, Jeremy Hansen, and Christina Koch. And this mission, it's also going to it's going to be one of the first mission for today. It's going to be the first the first woman ever to go s- to go to the moon, even though it's not yet landing to the moon, and also the first colored person, and also specifically from how do I say, background from, like, if I remember, this is specifically they call this African American, and also another one would be the uh, this is not me trying to be disrespectful, so please remember, this is just for me to try say is the first black person to also go to the moon. Yeah, first colored person, black person, and also from the African American person to go to the moon as well. So it's going to be pretty interesting as well here. Okay, and also this is going to be the first ever, um, the first non-American astronaut ever to go to the moon, and basically the first, at least for Canada, it will be the first Canadian astronaut ever to actually go to the moon, even though it's not really landing to the moon, but it's still pretty significant. So that's why this mission is pretty interesting as well. All right, and yeah, and this is what we are looking right now, how it looks like. Okay, and there, if I remember correctly, they are currently looking if there's any issue with the batteries. They are basically doing general checks, whatever, maybe troubleshooting, whatever is it, right? Okay, okay, okay. The weather looks pretty good. If I remember, even for the space weather regarding the solar flare, that one is not a big concern for, and unfortunately, NASA really did a really good assurance that the crew doesn't have anything to worry about. So, so it's really good. Oh boy. Oh, I also noticed another one. All right. Yeah, I can expand this better. Ha. Another real estate. We reclaim it. All right. Interesting. Okay. Okay. But that's it. That's one few of things that we can say right now. And rather than me just keep talking and myself try to bore you with too much details, I mean, I can show you this diagram about the Orion itself, right? I can even show you about the rocket itself, about whatever is it. That's actually in my interest of topic, and yeah, don't worry. Unlike the space shuttle, this one does have the launch launch escape system. So the crew would be pretty much assured that if anything's wrong with the rocket itself, suddenly veer off course, they really can just go. They can just really automatically be pulled out by the launch escape system and will be landing somewhere else around the sea area there, or if yeah, around the sea area. So they should be pretty lucky if anything happened to them. But let's hope for the best that's not even happening, because that would be one of the most cruelest Ap- April Fool's Day. So let's not prefer to see this happen. I'd rather see the real rocket itself happen. Okay, I mean, I really can show you all of that from A to Z, right? But I don't think it's anyone's interest to. I don't think it's anyone's interest, even let alone myself, to properly bore you everything else. Okay, so this is. So I rather just let you guys listen here, right?
International Space Station from May through November 2014. During the 165-day mission, Reid and
All
his
right.
crewmates completed more than 300 science experiments in areas like human physiology, medicine,
All
physical
right.
science, earth
So I
science, as
think
well as astrophysics.
hopefully this
They
is good.
actually set a
If
milestone for
the
station
volume
science by completing
sound
a record 82 research
are
hours
not that
in a
good,
single week.
please
He
tell
also
me
served as
if
chief
it's
of
not
NASA's
entirely
astronaut
balanced,
office from
because
December 2020 to December
your
2022.
feedback is the only
His two
way for me
daughters
to
were out
properly
to
improve
wave
this
goodbye to
stream.
him as he made his way to the launch pad. And again, there's Reed's
All
feet.
right. So this is
Reed is the one sitting in
yeah,
the seat
what you
to
see there
the
is
right,
the
closest
rise
to Crew
sorry,
there. So
Reid
looks like he's
Weisman.
relaxed by
Okay.
the body language of his feet.
Yeah, I think they're kind of in a holding pattern, if you will, or a
All
waiting period.
right.
So it makes sense that he's a little bit relaxed. He's also
And in the
kind of
meantime,
just a relaxed person in
wow, this
general,
is
and
the
he's
inside of
wicked
it.
smart, but
Interesting.
has a demeanor that keeps everybody calm. And so I think we're seeing
And
that
maybe,
here today.
And so in this shot, Reed is the one sitting on the
all
left.
right,
To his right,
interesting.
Artemis II pilot Victor Glover. NASA selected the California native as an astronaut in
All right.
2013, and at the time he was
Okay, so
actually
this is the
serving as a
Victor
legislative
Glover.
fellow in the United States Senate. His
Yeah.
first trip to space, November 2020, pilot
Yeah,
of
for
NASA's SpaceX Crew 1
yeah,
mission.
SpaceX
That was the
Crew
first
1.
operational mission of
Yeah.
NASA's Commercial Crew program, which resumed launching American rockets from
Yeah, and
American soil to the
from my
International Space
understanding is
Station
that
since
Victor
the end of
Glover
the
is
shuttle program.
he has
Victor is a
four
U.S.
times
Navy captain and
experience
naval
for
aviator
the
who served as a test
extravehicular
pilot,
activities
racking up
mission,
more than
totaling
3,500
around
flight
a
hours in
cumulative
more than
around
40 different aircraft. So again, he probably
already
feels pretty
accumulating,
at
if I
home
remember,
in the pilot
around
seat of
almost 29
Artemis II.
hours
Yeah,
of
I think he does.
EVA. So I can say
He
he's a
got to
pretty
say
quite
goodbye to
seasoned
his
EVA pilot
wife
as well.
and 4
Sorry,
kids. Again,
EVA.
those
Why am I
were
even talking about it?
the family that he had
Is
here
this
at
even
Kennedy Space
Evangelion?
Center
Oh my
before
goodness.
the
Okay,
the
but
move out to the
but
moon.
it's okay.
Yeah, and you can see there, we talked about Victor's
All right.
energy earlier, and you can see him working through, pushing
So
some
this
buttons
is
on those
what you're
slides. Looked like
looking
he
right
was
now
warming up the procedure, so he's following all
inside
along
the
and
Orion spacecraft
ready
here.
to go. Looks like we're
And this Orion
And
spacecraft,
then
this
mission
series, if I
specialist
remember,
Christina Koch is sitting
CMS
on the
dash
upper
zero
left-hand
zero 003,
corner of the
were actually
screen
named
there.
as
Native of
Integrity.
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
That's also another
Selected to the
interesting fact
astronaut
that you
corps in
need to know.
2013, same class as Victor. Served as flight engineer
All
on the
right.
International Space Station from March
Maybe
2019
let
to
me see
February
from
2020.
the
During
music.
that time, she set a record for
Okay.
the longest single
So
spaceflight by a
don't
woman
worry
with
if
a
you
total of
hear there's a
328
bit mix
consecutive
of
days in
music.
space.
I just want to see if
She
the
also
volume is
participated in the
okay.
first ever all-female spacewalk. And before becoming an
Okay.
astronaut,
I
Christina helped to
think
build
I
space
can
science
expand a
instruments
little bit.
and led scientific fieldwork in some
All
of the most
right.
remote
So
environments on the
yeah,
planet. Her hobbies
surprisingly,
include
this is actually
surfing,
okay.
rock climbing,
So
community service,
okay.
yoga,
So this is
and
interesting.
photography.
Go ahead, NCD.
All right.
There's a couple of suppressed overvolt messages. We're going to go ahead and clear
Okay,
the
that one
system.
is Christina Koch,
We see them and
in
we
case
copy.
you
All
want
right.
to know. T minus
NASA test
56,
director.
We're still working here,
46
trying to get
minutes in correction.
get through everything. So
Christina,
we're getting close,
uh,
and then trying to
from
talk that other issue that
from
Victor's
what
picked
do
up a
I
little bit
say?
ago. But I think we're
From
close to
how
going
they
really
actually
well.
pronounce her last name is
Sounds
actually
good,
Cook.
NCD. We're doing great on board.
Yeah, Cook, something like that. Christina Koch.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. So that's basically the only way to pronounce
NASA's
it. But
test
well,
director giving an update to the
apologies
crew.
if I do
Some messages flashed on their displays. Just wanted to
um
say that they didn't have to worry about that. We're gonna
mispronounce
clear
it,
that. And then
mispronounce her
also
name.
just
But
reassuring
well,
the crew
it's okay.
again that they are tracking and working
It's okay.
the issue with the
It happens to all of us in real
launch
life as
abort
well.
system battery.
So nothing's bad, man. Anyways,
All right. And then first time flyer, Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen
yeah,
will fly to the moon as mission specialist
another
on the
one
Artemis
is
II
the
mission. The London,
Jeremy
Ontario
Hansen.
native, selected as an astronaut in 2009.
Yeah, and
After
also
that, he worked as
another
Capcom
reason is
at
that
NASA's
because
Mission
if I
Control
remember
Center in
correctly,
Houston.
Canadian
Capcom
Space
stands for
Agency
Tactical
actually
Communicator
contributes to
and is the sole
SLS
direct
as well. So
voice
that's why
communicator with
their
astronauts
one
while in
of their
space.
astronauts actually can
Jeremy also
ride to
participated
this
in
mission.
training
If I
exercises, really
remember,
cool ones,
one
like
of the
living on the ocean floor
contribution
off
is
the coast of
something to do
Florida
about
to
their
simulate deep space
recently canceled
exploration for a week.
moon
In
rover
2017, he
for the
became the first
lunar
Canadian to
getaway,
lead a NASA
especially with
astronaut
the
class. He
Cana-
also enjoys getting
Canadarm
out on a
3. So
sailboat, rock climbing,
that's
and
basically
mountain biking.
that's basically
He has
their
a wife
contribution
and
on
3
their
children.
side, on the
And
Canadian
he's the one
Space
that you
Agency.
see
So
bottom
that's it.
left-hand corner
That's
of
why.
your screen. I know, I'm trying to see what he's doing there.
All right. All right.
Christina's looking too. And so
Yeah,
there is your Artemis II
that's
crew
really interesting.
inside the Orion spacecraft.
And in case you want to know if
This is
I will
actually
do
the 7th
some
time
kind of
NASA astronauts
coverage
will launch on a
while
new
while
NASA
they're on the
spacecraft
way
designed for crew.
to the moon and also
And if you're
back
wondering
again to
about the
the
first
Earth,
6 crewed test
I'll say
flights, here they
yes,
are.
I will also going to do that. But it also means that oh yeah, that one, Mercury Redstone 3. If I remember, this is the Alan Shepard. Yeah, that one is the suborbital mission, and
793, Gus Grissom, John Young, March 23, 1965.
oh yeah, if I remember, they
Apollo 7, Wally Schirra, Don Isley, Walt
oh
Cunningham.
yeah. In case you
October
want to know
11,
where is that gorgeous
Space
footage? Oh,
Transportation System, or STS-1, John Young, Robert Crippen, April 12th, 1981. Then NASA's SpaceX Demo 2, Dan
yeah.
Hurley, Bob Behnken, May 30th, 2020, followed by NASA's Boeing Crew
Ooh.
Flight Tests. Butch Wilmore, Sonny Williams, June 5th, 2024. And now,
Yeah.
Artemis II with
Whoa.
Reid, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy. It is really
Yeah.
surprising, honestly, to
It's
hear
actually pretty
that through
interesting
all
as
these
well.
decades, through all these
T
launches we've
minus
had, this is
42
only
minutes
our
and 42
7th
seconds
new
before the
vehicle that
flight.
we're testing for
Yeah.
crew.
Apologies,
We have so many
just a
different
little bit.
missions that we think about and we
But I
talk
hope
about,
it's
but
really
really
useful.
7 vehicles that
So this is
we've
it.
tested and that we're flying. I like to think of spaceflight really as a permanent test, right? We have
All right.
hundreds of missions or so. An airplane that gets
Okay.
tested and then flown has thousands of data points, and
Okay.
so
Let
really
me test
spaceflight
again.
is
Okay.
always going to be in
The
the test field.
recession text is
And I think it's
okay.
important to
So
remember that,
I
especially
can
as we
enable that
put
later
humans
on.
on rockets that we never
Okay.
have before, or for the 7th time we start a new vehicle and a
All
new
right.
mission.
Just getting word now
Nice.
that White Room closeouts are complete, and so the closeout crew is preparing to
All right.
leave the pad.
Is it okay?
It's
Yeah, I
exciting
think this is
stuff. We
okay.
are
I should make it a little
making
bit bigger
good
there.
time,
All right.
and the closeout crew is doing really well.
41 minutes,
Nice.
43 seconds and counting until the
All right.
opening of our window. And Artemis II is a 10-day mission that will send the 4-person crew on a journey around the moon and back to Earth. It
Yeah,
will
this
be a
is
critical
accurate,
step
what
towards
they are saying.
future lunar and Mars missions.
All right. And here we can see it
We're
as
going
well.
back to the moon because it's the next step in our journey to Mars. We need to go explore the
Mhm.
moon. There's vast regions of unexplored areas.
Yeah.
With the coldest, darkest places
As you
in
can
our
see,
solar
that's
system.
actually one
This is a test
how
mission.
they are
We get
going
off
to do
planet,
the
we might
trajectory.
come right back home. We might spend 3 or 4 days around Earth. We might go to the moon. That's where we want to go. But it is a test mission, and we are ready for every scenario as we ride.
Yeah,
this
and if I
amazing
remember
space launch
correctly,
system and the Orion
the
spacecraft.
but again,
Yeah,
we're
that
going
one
after the moon
is
to
the
fulfill
from the
NASA's mission, which is
Artemis.
to explore the unknown in air and space, to innovate for the benefit of humanity, and to inspire the world through discovery. And when we succeed and when we accomplish the things that we
Whoa.
set out to accomplish, that inspiration not only can set up new things to happen, but it
All
also is
right,
a
that's
reminder in tough
interesting.
times that we're
You can see
capable
there
of doing great
how
things when we
how
work
they're
together.
actually trained. If I remember, they're actually trained on the zero G zero gravity plan. If I remember correctly, there's like certain highest point of the altitude where if they actually configure it properly, they can sort of simulate the weightlessness of the gravity itself. So that's basically how they are one of the other techniques as well. How they're actually learn to do to do this gravity-less flight.
Taking images and video and sending them back to you.
All right, you
The
can see
feeling that I have
the
inside is,
RCS,
we know that
the
Artemis II is not a
RCS thruster,
solution
the
for humanity on
reaction
planet
control
Earth, but it
system
is a
thruster
contribution in the
powering
positive
there.
column.
Wow.
We hope that just for a moment that people will
And
pause
another
and say,
one you can
wow,
see.
it's extraordinary when you look back upon the Earth with over 8 billion
Yeah.
people, and you see this concrete example of what humanity can do. This
Nice.
extraordinary thing when we set big goals
And CDR, NTD.
to achieve them.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so Mission Control Houston will control the flight of Orion after a liftoff here at
All
Kennedy
right.
Space Center. Here's Gary Jordan, who's embedded with that team. Gary, you might have to pause because we did just hear a call out to the commander in Orion.
Okay. Another
Will
call
do,
out.
Megan. I think that was Commander Reid Weisman responding to prepare for some of the next steps. We are now holding at the
All
T
right.
minus 10-minute hold. Expected a 30-minute hold. So we are well on the countdown. We are well on the timeline to meet this L minus time and launch towards the beginning of the window, but continuing to
All
track
right.
progress
So yeah,
along the
if I
way.
remember, this is a planned
Again, I'm
hold
here with
actually.
the Artemis II flight
So
control
so
teams
that's
in
pretty
Mission Control
normal.
Houston. The team in
All
the
right.
room behind me has been monitoring the countdown and verifying their own mission-specific launch criteria of
All
the
right.
Space Launch System, the
Nice.
Orion spacecraft integrity, and its crew. During the final poll before
Hmm?
launch, if all looks good from each of the flight controllers in this
So
room,
this is
Flight
the
Director
flight
Judd
controller,
Freeling will
as you
report
can
a
see.
go for launch from Houston flight. Upon liftoff,
All
teams
right.
here take control of the
And
mission
let's
and
watch
communicate
on
with the crew
the
while they fly from the Space Launch
timeline
System.
here. This one is
This
by the
phase of flight
Dutch
is highly
space.
dynamic,
If I remember,
and each
Dutch
console
space,
position has a dedicated and
the
important
person
role
behind this
in
actually
looking
works
after
for
critical systems.
European
You'll
Space
hear calls
Agency.
from
Yeah,
Capcom and
he
NASA
does.
astronauts stand
Apparently,
alone
he
in this
does have
room to
some
the
kind of
Artemis II crew as milestones are
how do I
reached
say,
during the more than 8 minutes of
experience on
powered
handling
flight
this
on the
human
core
space
stage.
flight, but he does not represent
Liftoff and
he or
descent are
she
just the beginning.
does not
This room will be
represent
staffed
the
around the
European
clock over
Space
the next
Agency.
10
This
days
is
to
just
oversee
like
every moment
he,
of the mission through
his or
splashdown.
her own stuff.
Here
So
from the Johnson Space Center, we'll be streaming the
it
mission
is what it
live
is.
24/7, so anyone can
All
follow
right.
the crew's journey, take peeks inside the spacecraft,
All right.
and share
So
the
this is how
experience
the
of a
patch
lunar
actually looks
flyby
like.
with astronauts looking down at the moon's surface. Teams here have been rehearsing
Okay, so
tirelessly
it
in
looks pretty
simulations to
good.
throw every
So
conceivable
until
and
T
inconceivable
minus,
scenario their way.
yeah,
We
until
are
T
ready and
minus
eager
10
to begin
minutes
the Artemis II mission.
and holding.
Still
But
milestones to
on
come
the
as we continue the countdown, but we'll be right back
L
with
minus
you
countdown
during the
of,
ascent phase of today's flight.
but
With
the L
that,
minus
Megan,
countdown
I will
is
send
still
it back over to you
going on.
at the Space Coast.
All
So
right,
much,
so this
Gary.
is
Under
the
37 minutes
view
until
how
the
it looks
opening of
like,
our 2-hour
and for
launch
the
window,
most part,
6:24 p.m.
the
Eastern. I've never been
how
more
do I say
excited for a
the
time.
fueling for the
But why don't we send it back
fueling
over
for
to Megan Carter with the moon
all of
board
the rocket
to learn
stages
more
on
about
the
what happens
first
after
stage
ascent.
and second stage has already
Absolutely.
practically
I am
done at this
definitely
point.
also getting
Okay,
excited. Things feel
and
like they're
I
starting
guess
to
we
pick up a
also
little
can do
pace
this.
here. A lot
Here we
is
go.
about to happen within the first 10 minutes of launch.
So this is how
but
the mission actually
what
looks like.
happens after
This
those
is
first
the
10
Artemis
minutes?
II
Let me
mission
take you over
path,
here to my mission
like
map
the
so we
8
can
figure.
kind
You
of
can
jump
see,
ahead and let me
pretty
explain a
interesting,
few
yeah.
things. So our main engine
All
cutoff
right.
is going to stand for MECO, and that is essentially where the rocket's job is done, and it is then going to turn the propulsion duties over to our ICPS. That stands for interim cryogenic propulsion stage.
Yeah.
Don't try and say that too many times fast. But the ICPS is going to be right here, and that's our in-space propulsion.
Interim
About
cryogenic
50
propulsion
minutes
system.
after about 50 minutes into launch, it is going to conduct that first burn, and that's going to be the perigee raise
Yeah,
maneuver.
that
Essentially,
one.
what that is going to do is going to raise the spacecraft from a lowest point of Earth just a little bit higher into space.
Yeah,
And
so
then
that's
they are going to
basically
conduct
what is it?
that nice path that's going to set them on that nice circular path around the Earth. That's when they're going to start to be able to really check out this spacecraft. The Orion spacecraft is going to be able to, like we've talked about, be maneuvered by the crew. They're going to check out those life support systems, and communication checkouts
So
going to
that's
be vital
actually how
at
it
that
looks
point
like.
as well, obviously. Then they will be conducting that another burn, and that's going to raise them just a
Oh,
little bit higher
yeah,
again.
another
And
apogee
then they
burn.
will, it'll be about time for the ICPS to separate, and they will start another lap around the Earth as well. Now, the ICPS, but even after it
All right.
separates, its job will not be done because they
Oh,
will have the opportunity to conduct something called
oh,
the proximity operations
uh,
demonstration. And this is going to be really
oh,
important for our future
mm,
lunar missions because the
no,
ICPS actually has a target on it, and the crew
okay.
is going to have the opportunity to manually maneuver these spacecraft, like we've mentioned, and practice those docking
Oh,
maneuvers.
similar
Now,
to
obviously,
the
they will not be docking for this mission, but that is, again, going to be critical for those lunar missions in the
okay,
future.
basically
Now,
training just
all
like
right, after
almost
that ICPS has
around
separated
the
and they've done that
almost
second
like
lap,
the
they're going to conduct
Apollo
2
8
more
slash
burns.
the
And what these
Atlas
burns are going to do is set them
Argina
up
mission,
to the
almost
high
like that.
enough orbit and a fast enough speed in
Atlas
order to
Argina target
conduct the
vehicle, if I remember
translunar
correctly.
injection. This
Yeah,
is going to be that critical moment and that critical milestone where they are going to produce about 6,000 pounds of thrust. And this is that
6,000.
point that
I
is going to
think
take
this
them
should
out
be
of the low orbit
corresponding
into
around
deep space, and
3,000
it's going to
plus
set them on that nice
kilo
path towards
kilograms
that lunar
of
flyby. And I know we have
thrust.
talked a little bit about
That's
why this could
basically
be
it.
a record-breaking flyby
Around
and journey
three
to the
metric
moon. And with that,
three
I'm going to turn it
metric
back over to
plus
Megan so she can tell us
of
just
tons.
why.
So basically it.
Yeah, she's talking about the distance
So
record set by the
yeah.
Apollo 13 astronauts in 1970. They were
Yeah.
248,655 miles away from Earth, and this Artemis II crew might surpass that on flight day 6 when they fly around the moon by more than 4,000 miles.
Yeah, it's a long ways. It's tough to
All
fathom
right.
250,000 miles from Earth, right? I mean, space, the space station is only 250 miles, and so we're going, I
All
don't
right.
want to do public math, but we're going much further than that. But
All
it's
right.
important, right?
So that's
Because
it.
we
Another
want to
one.
get back to the moon. We want to see the surface. We want to see the far side of the moon, and the way we do that is by
All right.
breaking distance records.
Yeah, and the exact
So that's
distance
the
record
other one.
depends on exactly when they launched,
Okay.
the time, the day. So we'll learn more as we go into this
All
10-day
right.
mission with the Artemis II crew. But here we are, 32 minutes, 50 seconds and counting from the opening of our launch window. Feels really, really surreal here as more and more people come to gather on the press site lawn here at Kennedy Space Center. Why don't we take
Okay,
a look
I
at
need
this
to
video that
readjust
we have
this.
here? Some familiar faces who wanted to wish our Artemis II crew a safe journey.
Okay.
Reid, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy, you are the real deal. You're flying
Okay.
to the moon for all of us,
Maybe
and
I
we are
should
in awe. You're
try.
the true heroes.
You are not just astronauts.
Okay.
You are
Maybe I
pioneers,
can try.
venturing deeper into the
All
unknown.
right. I
But
think
you are not
I think
alone.
this could be
We will be
okay.
all cheering you on from planet Earth.
Hey, I'm Victor Wembanyama, and I play basketball in the NBA. But I'm not only interested in shooting
Okay.
hoops,
I
I'm
need
also
to
interested in shooting stars, dark matter,
uh
and all other types of astronomical phenomenon.
all
And
right.
to the Artemis II astronauts who are shooting for the moon, I wish them good luck and Godspeed.
Okay.
Hi everybody,
I
I'm
think this
Ryan
is
Gosling,
okay.
and I play a biologist who goes to space to
Okay.
save the planet in the film Project Hail Mary.
All right.
But
Nice.
the Artemis II astronauts are going to space for real, and they will travel far.
Oh yeah, Project Hail Mary.
Sending all our best wishes to the Artemis II crew.
I just want to say how proud I am of
Interesting.
each of you and how inspired you make me. But it's not just about me. Your mission is going to inspire future generations of scientists, engineers, athletes, and dreamers
All right.
to do something that they never thought possible.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr., and I want to wish the Artemis II crew a happy and safe journey to the moon, well, around the moon. To go around, I know what you're doing. You got to look for a parking space. This is to go around the moon, make sure somewhere to park, and then you
All
park,
right.
journey. Good luck.
It's actually a really
Okay.
good way to explain what the, how this mission builds. Again, we are hoping to land
All right.
astronauts on the surface of the moon in
Okay.
maybe 2 years.
Again,
So
maybe
yes, we
maybe
are
it's
looking
okay for
around the
me
moon
to
on
take
this
a
lunar
bit of
flyby
rest, I
mission
guess.
to see where we
Oh,
might park. Thank you, Roywood Jr.
all right.
Okay, and as we
Oh,
look at this
I
live
forgot.
view
I
of the
actually
rocket on
used
the
the
pad,
full patch.
there
What I'm
is
thinking
a
about, huh?
spectacular place here at Kennedy Space Center to watch launch from, and that's the Banana
Let me
Creek
see.
viewing area. Why don't we go back there where
Yeah.
the crowd
What
is
I'm thinking
excited,
about.
and Leah has the best assignment ever
Yeah, what
talking
I'm
to
thinking
people who
about.
are
I
super
should.
excited about being here for
Well,
Artemis II.
it's okay. It
Gosh,
happens.
Megan, you talk about the excitement being palpable. I'm telling you, everybody here on pins and
Okay.
needles as we
So I
get
need to
just
readjust this
about
again.
half an hour away from launch. I've been
It's
walking around talking
okay.
to people, and I'm just struck again and again by how many people
All
are
right.
here from across
Done.
the agency. I want to introduce you to just a small portion
Done.
of the people
Okay.
across
It's
NASA who
already
have been
done.
supporting this
Hmm.
mission.
Patty Ortiz, NASA
And
Armstrong Flight Research Center, Orion Program.
Orion.
Kathy Graves, Glenn Research Center, Office of STEM Engagement.
David Alexander, NASA Glenn
all
Research
right.
Center,
So
Office of
this
STEM
is it.
Engagement.
Jennifer Becerra, Johnson Space Center, the Office of STEM Engagement.
Here we go. Right back here. Where are you from?
I'm from NASA Glenn Research Center, Joseph Panakitis.
Joseph.
All right. So this is another
From
interview.
APL.
Yeah, could be
Maria
pretty
Redondo from
interesting as well.
Headquarters, Next Gen STEM.
Mark Robinson, Stennis Space Center, Commercial Space.
Amira
All right.
Flores, Armstrong, Office of the STEM Engagement.
All
Molly
right.
Kearns, NASA Glenn, Space Communications and Navigation.
All right.
Matthew Pierce, Goddard Institute for Space Studies in New York City.
Here we go. And right over here.
Lauren Ring, Ames Research Center, Data Integration.
So we're coming together.
All
We're
right.
one big NASA team, one big NASA family, and we have one major message before we launch tonight. Okay, guys, what are we going to say? 1, 2, 3.
All right. This is what they're doing. Oh yeah.
Oh
So
my
that's
gosh. Oh my
back
gosh,
in
that
the
made me so
ground.
emotional. That was so
All right.
inspiring to see. I mean, wow. Yeah, that was great.
Okay.
I mean,
Maybe
just to hear
meanwhile
everybody say their position, what they're
I'm
doing
going
to
to take a
support this
beat
mission is
here.
amazing, and I'm sure this was something that really rang true and resonated with NASA's Administrator Jared Isaacman, again, to see the workforce come together to do the work and then to be here for launch. So why don't we actually go over to him now with our Jasmine Hopkins at one of our other viewing locations.
All right, Megan, thank you so much. The energy here on the balcony is honestly becoming electric as we get so close to launch, and now we are thrilled to welcome NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman. Jared, we're really entering a golden age of exploration. How will Artemis II set the pace for the coming years?
Well, I mean, Artemis II is the opening act, right? This is the test mission. This is getting very comfortable with the SLS rocket, the Orion spacecraft. No humans have ever flown on this before, right? And we're going to put it through its paces. We'll go into Earth orbit for a little bit, make sure Orion's doing okay, and then we are sending them, right? We're going to send them farther into space than any humans might have gone before, 250,000 miles away, and it's going to set up for the subsequent missions. That's why we're going into the golden age of science and discovery right now, because you're going to see a moon rocket launch in 2027 when we do our testing with the lander. We're going to go for the landing on Artemis IV in 2028, and in parallel, we're going to build the moon base, right? And that is going to be filled with science discovery and tech demonstrations that's going to support the enduring presence we're trying to create on the surface.
Absolutely. So honestly, history-making years ahead of us, you know, with Artemis
All
3
right.
and
So
4. But first is
that's
Artemis
another
2.
interesting
What will
one
be our
there.
single greatest takeaway from this
All
mission?
right.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean,
So
after
while we are
ignition,
still
to
waiting.
me, the moment that I'm going to be most excited for is splashdown. There's no question about that. Good shoots coming down off the West Coast. But look, I think the takeaway from this is gaining extreme comfort in the Orion spacecraft, right? I mean, this is very different than what we've done for more than a half century, right? I mean, the velocities that spacecraft is going to re-enter at, it's going to be new territory for us. We want to get our arms around that completely. So I would say the performance of SLS plus Orion is everything on this one. We want to make sure we do it in as a safe way as we possibly can, understanding what we are undertaking right here. Bring our crew back, learn as much we can from the vehicle, set up for Artemis III in 2027.
Right, and Administrator, we've actually had a pretty young audience today here, some kids running around the balcony. How do you hope Artemis II inspires that next generation?
I talk about this all the time. One of our overarching KPIs that we should always be tracking is the number of people living and working in space. Well, what's another strong number 2 on that one? It's the number of kids that are dressing up as astronauts for Halloween, so that they grow up, that they're inspired to want to join in this grand endeavor, whether they come work with us here at NASA or they join in industry, but they're helping humankind venture out farther, pursue all the secrets of the universe.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot of kids dressed as astronauts this year. And finally, Jared, you've really made it a personal mission to get to know the people behind the work at NASA. Do you have any final thoughts, any final words before today's history-making launch?
Yeah, well, one, I want to express a lot of appreciation. I'll tell you what, the 4 astronauts on top of Artemis II know this. It takes an army to pull a mission together like this, right? Across all 10 of our centers, all of our commercial partners, the international partners that come together to make this possible. My sincere appreciation for everyone who is currently working the mission right now, so getting them ready for launch, that will be watching over them in mission control, recovering this crew when they splash down off the West Coast. I have complete trust and confidence in your abilities, and everybody else who's not directly working on Artemis II. Artemis III is coming up next year. When this mobile launcher gets back in the VAB, we're going to start stacking.
Wow, plenty of excitement ahead of us. Jared Isaacman, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Of course. All right. And with that, let's get back to the countdown with NASA's Megan Cruz.
Under 25 minutes and counting from the opening of our 2-hour launch window, and take a look at all these people behind us. I literally, every moment I turn
All
around
right,
and I
so
see the
here
clock,
you
I
can
am
see
like,
around
oh wow.
it. So looks like when
Yes, exactly, which
T
is
minus
a great
14
problem
minutes
to
and
have.
30,
Now, this
28
first crewed
seconds
test flight of NASA's
before
Artemis program coincides with
be,
the 250th
before the
anniversary of
built-in
our country's
T
founders
minus
signing
T
the
minus
Declaration of
before the
Independence.
built-in of
Exploration
the
is a
30 minutes
part of
hold
America's
finally
DNA, and it
finally ends,
continues now
and
with
afterward
our
we
return.
shall see the anticipation for the launch. So pretty
250
interesting
years
time
ago,
there.
13 colonies laid the foundation for the greatest and most enduring democracy in the history of the world.
Okay, so this is another one
Driven
here.
by courage, faith,
Well, you can
and
see.
freedom.
The rest is the history,
From that
you know.
moment, we became a nation defined not
This is basically on the viewpoint of United States of America. So
invented tools that shaped
so maybe this is some of the interest of you guys if you really want to know.
we rose from
So
the earth.
here,
Faster, higher, farther. We pushed beyond the sky and into the unknown. We carried our courage into the cosmos. And we planted the American flag on the moon, the defining achievement of American superiority in space. Today, our curiosity stretches farther than ever. American robots search ancient rivers on Mars. New telescopes unfold to glimpse the first stars. And a new generation prepares.
okay, 13 minutes left before the 10 minutes before the 30 minutes hold complete.
250 years, America has carried the light of humanity forward. But American exceptionalism isn't inherited, it's earned. Our greatness comes not only from what we've done, but what we're still determined to discover. Because in every era, across every horizon, America is at its best when it's reaching for something greater. America celebrates 250 years, and we are leading the world into the future.
22 minutes, 15 seconds and counting from Artemis II, NASA's boldest test flight in a generation. The crew has said this often, that they hope it inspires children around the world. And recently, a group of kids here at Kennedy Space Center got a surprise of a lifetime while watching that rocket roll to the launch pad. So tell me what color it is. And who's going to be on that rocket? We're going to be on that rocket.
see it? Okay, so everybody's looking at the rocket because it is kind of cool and impressive. One of the coolest things happening over there right now, though, is it's on top of a giant tractor.
Doesn't all food come in like tubes? It's in these like little plastic bags. You have to like rehydrate it. Sushi. There's not. I haven't seen sushi in space. It's probably hard to keep that back.
Grafted sushi mashed together.
My favorite part was this one little girl. She had a question. She had patiently held her hand for a long time, and Christina turns to her and says, "Okay, what's your question?" She just goes, "I forgot." It was like that's a perfect little kid moment. I just love it.
Wait, are you my mother's cats?
Oh, so this is like the times together of the astronauts with the children here. Oh, they will pass the button together uh, for doing this kind of launch. You know, that's looking pretty interesting there. Okay.
Wasn't that so cute?
I love kids and their excitement and
Oh,
even just
so
being real. Like, I don't remember what I
I
said.
know. He
nice.
goes, but I'm glad you're here. Now here we are, Space Center Houston.
Nice,
The
interesting
crowd
there.
has
You can see
exponentially
another view
grown
there.
throughout the
And
day.
yeah,
Started
forgot to
showing
mention
live
to you
shots
that
when they're probably
the
an
first
hour
and also
ago, and now take a
second
look
stage,
at
aka
all
the
the
upper
people there
stage
getting
of the
ready to
ICPS,
witness history together. It's something really special to be
all
able
of it,
to witness
all of
something
it
like
except
this
the
together.
SRB
We've heard from
that were
celebrities
strapped
and officials
together
and
on the first
kids,
stage
and it's just
for the
amazing. People from all around the world
first
being here
2
today
minutes
to
plus
support
into
the
the
launch.
flight.
So
That
it's
that one
something
is actually powered by
it's
the
hard to put into
Kerolox
words
propellant.
just how much
The
support for this mission we're seeing today.
sorry, not Kerolox propellant. What am I even talking about? It's Hydrolox propellant. Yeah, Hydrolox propellant. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I actually a bit misremembered there. Yeah, that's what happened when I got a little bit tired, but it's okay. Hydrolox propellant, basically the liquid oxygen is the oxidizer and the liquid hydrogen is
U.S.
the
Space and Rocket Center
fuel
here,
itself.
Huntsville, Alabama, waving
All right,
to the Artemis II crew sitting right there
here we
inside Orion.
go.
Inside of 20 minutes from the opening of our launch window, and right now we are targeting the top
Okay,
of that launch window, so we could be launching here in about
okay.
19 minutes, Nicole.
Just
I don't know if I
mark
expected
9
this
minutes
today.
left
I'm
before
excited, and
the
I'm glad they were able to fix the problem with the
30
battery
minutes
from MIS, and
plan
everything has gone
hold
really smoothly
countdown
today. It's been great. The
finally
weather cleared
completes,
up.
and afterward
It's a beautiful day for a
it will
launch.
proceed,
And so now,
and
as
we
we are
will see
so
the last
close
minute of the
to
flight itself.
possibly launch now,
So here we
just
go.
what are your final thoughts as
Here we
we are
see
about
there.
to embark on a
Yeah,
mission back
nice.
to the moon,
You can see
the
there.
first time in more than 50 years?
Yeah, just so proud of the crew and all of
You
the
can see
teams here on the ground
the
that made this happen.
how do I say,
They
the
are
liquid.
carrying the torch from the
I
Apollo
believe this
era
one is the
into the
liquid
Artemis era.
oxygen is actually venting out
As the crew likes
from
to say, they
the
want to be the
rocket
shoulders
itself.
of
Yeah,
the next generation.
CGLS, can you help us with that, please?
all right.
They want to be the crew wants to be the shoulders that the next generation can climb on.
001.
Okay. 8 minutes left before the
It's in the
planned
patch.
30 minutes
We're going for all. It's
countdown
in the name
hold
of their
finally
capsule,
ends.
integrity, representing humility, and the professionalism of everyone that got them there today.
Yeah,
So we love them, we love them, we're excited
CMS-003,
for them, and we
aka
cannot
also
wait to
known as
see
the
what they see.
integrity
Just leveraging
for
everything
the
we've done
for the
so far as an
specific
agency,
Orion
taking us from
spacecraft
Apollo
that the
now to the launch pad
that
here,
these 4
39B,
astronauts
with
currently
Orion
in.
and SLS
So yeah, let's
poised
hope for
to
the best.
again
This
fly
is
us
not
into the history
an
books.
April Fool's joke.
And before
With
we leave you now here at
not
the
the
host desk
clueless
to get back
April Fool's
into
joke,
operations,
where the
just
launch
wanted to answer one question for you
got
guys. We
cancelled
asked
for
you
today.
earlier on today,
Let's
what are you
hope
most
not
excited
for
for?
that.
And we
I
asked you
really
to
want to see
go
it,
vote on Instagram
and
and
I
Twitch.
hope for the best.
Instagram,
They will
you guys said
finally
launch.
they will
Twitch, you
finally
guys said lunar
go.
flyby. So I think you guys will
So
all be very excited since we are now about
so
17
we're gonna
minutes
see there. 7
from the
minutes
opening
left
of our launch
before
window
the
today. And so with
30
that, as we
minutes
approach
countdown
terminal
hold
count, let's send it back to Daryl Nail
finally
in
ends.
firing room 1.
Let's see.
Daryl.
All right, thank you, Megan and Nicole. And just want to
Okay,
give you an
another
update on the
commentary
launch
here.
abort system that you just reported that they
All
cleared.
right.
They believe, they're convinced this is an instrumentation failure.
Okay.
So There are 2 batteries on the LAS. The LAS, of course, and with the help of my 2-year-old son's model rocket,
Okay.
Daniel said I could use this, so it's okay. The LAS is right
Wow.
here. It's the tower above Orion. Orion capsules inside of here. It's used to pull Orion off the rocket in case the rocket is something's going on with the
Okay, just
rocket, either on
instrumentation
the pad or
failure.
in
Is
flight.
it?
2 batteries are bad. Well, I'm sorry.
Okay.
One of the 2 batteries reported an out-of-family temperature, and it was very much out of family. And so they checked their data going back into the vehicle assembly building where they recharged the batteries and
Okay,
worked on
6
them.
minutes
And they
before
have
the
good, solid
30
data they reported
minutes
that
countdown
tells them
hold
that
plan
this is an
finally complete.
instrumentation failure, that there's something wrong with the sensor. And so they
Okay,
took it
so
before the
only
mission
sensor
management
failures,
team,
but the rest
which
is good.
has to accept the risk, any changes to launch commit criteria, which this would be one, and they all fully accepted it. So now we are clear as far as that constraint is concerned.
Okay, so
And
only
one quick
sensor
thing as
failure,
we count down
apparently.
now, we're
Hopefully.
getting into the final minutes before liftoff. There's a 2-hour window. We haven't quite set the T0 yet, but this is a list of the cutouts. There are
All right.
150 cutouts that are included for this
Wow.
2-hour
A
launch
lot of the
window. And
checklist.
that's important. I know they're very small print.
150. That's
That's important
crazy
because
amount of
there's
it.
basically 16
So you
minutes
know this
inside
is
this
how
window
complicated
that they
the
cannot launch. And
flight
these
is.
are because of small things flying in orbit. There's a lot more things in orbit than there
Thank
were
goodness one of
back
the
in Artemis 1 when we had 35
batteries
to 40 cutouts.
of the Orion.
So
Fortunately, it's
that
mostly
for that reason,
just
because of these
just a
156
sensor
cutouts,
failure,
they're going to be
just
managing
instrumentation
the
failure,
launch
not
window
very serious.
as we go
Fortunately, from
forward.
what we
So
hear, the
they
reporting.
may have to
So
wait
that's
out
pretty
one of
good.
these cutouts. They range in time
All
between
right.
2 seconds to 23 seconds, but you'll hear the NASA test director talk through that.
All
We're
right.
getting ready to merge that loop from NASA test director Jeff Spaulding.
And forgot to mention that the launch escape system usually when it fires out, you let's just say to pull
So now I'm listening to the launch team
the
get
Orion
ready to
spacecraft
merge
together with the
their
crew safely,
operational
or
channel.
just to detach itself, it will uses the solid it uses its small solid rocket boosters inside it with the four SRBs small SRBs inside
We're
the
now entering one of the most consequential
yeah
phases of
SRB's
launch day,
motor
and that's
to
terminal
pull
count,
it out
the
because
final 10
otherwise
minutes.
it's going to be pretty complicated. Okay, so let's hear.
Good. Come. Tell me.
I hear the same. STC? GTC?
GTC is on 2 and 2.
All right, copy that.
NASA Test Director Jeff Spaulding confirming communications with his team. There will be 2 polls that we'll hear. One from Spaulding, the NASA Test Director, confirming the ground systems and the launch team are ready to proceed. At this point, we have a clear board.
Okay, green board.
But we need confirmation
Okay.
from each individual
3 minutes left before the planned 30 minutes countdown
on the
hold
NASA
finally
Test
ends.
Director team. So we'll hear him poll his team. The other poll that we're waiting for is the poll from Launch Director Charlie Blackwell
And as you can
Thompson,
see on the
who will take that final
bottom right
status from NASA
corner
management
there is
before they
the
can
view
go
of
to
the
come out of a hold.
4
And you're seeing the
astronauts
clock count
inside
down
the
at L-2
Orion
minutes.
spacecraft. This one named as the Integrity spacecraft. These 4 astronauts in question is Reid Weisman,
Copy, that's in work.
And CDR, OTC, Orion to Earth 1.
Go.
ARS loop ISO valves are being closed at this time.
Integrity copies.
all right. So this is what we're hearing right now.
Go. Yes, I had a discussion with sea ice and with MER manager regarding the observation the sea ice had a few minutes ago. They were able to confirm with BCI photos that the condition that they observed has been there since 2025. MER manager has had a chance to review the findings, and they do not have any constraints from either a sea ice or MER manager perspective.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Copy
From
all.
what you
And
hear.
Launch Director NTD, you copy?
Yes, sir. I copy. That's good news.
Okay, great news.
OTC CCL 212.
OTC.
ARS primary loop isolation valve configurations complete.
Copy.
All right, so that's the call out we are hearing right now inside the mission control.
And CGLS NTD cancel pending, please.
GLS copies, and that's complete.
All right, and for all personnel, we got a little bit more work to do before we pick up the clock, and we're about a little over a minute from getting to T-minus 10 minutes, but we've canceled the resume time there, and then we'll pick it up after we get through all of our work and anything else that we need to do to get through the remainder of count. So we'll continue working that to get to our T0 today.
Okay,
So
still
when we
not
get
yet
to
confirmed.
about 50 seconds from now, we'll extend that hold.
Okay, so they are going to
CGOTC.
extend the hold just a little bit, but hopefully it's not too long.
290, looking to verify that we are configured for ascent.
Yep, give me about 2 more minutes. I'm going to start CMA2 streaming.
Copy.
Okay.
NTD COSE hold requested.
Copy that.
I have an LCC violation of O-CT-004, S-band transponder anomaly. This was a transient LCC violation, so transponder 1 had a demodulated SNR estimate that went down to 2 dBm when it should have been between 10 and 13. It is now back up to 12, but we did lose that for just a moment. It does not appear that we lost our bit sync or carrier lock, which would be indicative that we lost our lock with the vehicle. So at this point, recommendation would still be go. However, we do have a pre-planned contingency procedure if we want to look at that. But again, this was transient, so we're back in a nominal range.
All right, let's see, LPE NTD.
Yeah, we're not seeing that hit, so I guess the question for COSE, was that less than 3 samples? Was that below our persistence?
Stand by, let me look. It did look like it did persist for several seconds on mine, but let me take a look at the number of samples. Could I get a
Okay.
on the affected
Let's hear instead.
Yes, ma'am. That's going to be O-CT-004. Thank you.
Okay, so that's what we are hearing the call out. So they still have a little bit of works need to do before they finally can resume the countdown for real. So yeah, it's still going to hold a little bit longer. Not sure how many minutes left. Could be 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Could be 5 minutes. But we
Yeah, I
shall
was
see.
taking a look at the data right here. Looks like that was a single sample.
Yeah, copy that. RFTS does report that they also lost lock for about 5 seconds. So I would love to ask KUS and see if they also lost lock with the vehicle for any extended amount of period.
And COSE, while we're doing that, these are 1/10 hertz measurements, correct? So we would have had to lose it for over 10 seconds to get a second sample?
Yes, sir, that's correct. It is 1/10 hertz.
Yeah, so from our perspective, the allowance is effectively up to 30 seconds, up to 3 samples based on the 1/10 hertz. This is not an LCC violation, I believe.
Yes, sir, I would agree with that at this point. Copy that.
We're checking with KUS on
Okay.
232. I don't think they have 212 access. We're trying to verify, but it sounds like they have a loss of lock as well. About 2 seconds.
Okay. And I guess for both KUS and COSE, do we have lock now?
That's affirmed. We do have lock for COSE.
Yeah, so from the integration console perspective, we did have a temporary loss there within the allowable, and per the requirement, let's go.
And this is Houston Flight. We have lock and we have good telemetry here in GSE.
Okay, so just
And
temporary
KUS is
loss
reported to they have
of
lock now.
signal, LOS, but should be good. Still within
So with all of
allowable
that OSC,
period.
then are we in a go configuration per your LCC?
Yes, sir. Recommendation would be go.
Okay, LCC
LP,
looks
concur
go.
with that?
Yes, sir. LP concurs go.
And launch director?
Yes, sir. Launch director concurs go.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and just verify everybody has everything else complete, Launch Director. And if we do, we'll be ready to
Okay.
pick up the
Almost
poll at that time,
positive.
unless there's something else that you're aware of.
No, sir. Let's verify all our work is complete, and I would like one last check of our constraints list.
All right, let's see. OTC, are you still waiting for ComConfig, or are you
That is
complete with
affirmed,
everything?
sir.
Okay, so
All
that's
right.
on the open item.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
actually what
OTC
we
to
want to
see
hear.
that 400 step 290 is complete.
Copy.
All right. Good. Copy
Okay,
that.
so OTC, you're complete
Roger.
with all your work?
That's affirmed.
All right, copy that. STC
STC is complete.
and GTC?
GTC is complete.
Okay, excellent. All right, and LPE, just want to verify we have no open constraints at this time.
No
All
open
right.
constraints. We have a clear board, sir.
All right. Green
Okay,
board.
tracking the same here. And Launch Director, with that, we are clear and ready to pick up the launch readiness poll with your go.
All right. So get ready. We are.
All right, sir. I am.
We will
going
release
for the poll.
the countdown halt of this
All right.
one.
And for all personnel, this is the NTD conducting the Artemis II launch readiness check. Verify ready to resume count and go for launch. OTC,
GTC is go.
STC,
Okay. This is the call out.
GTC is
Let's
go.
hear it.
GTC,
C's go.
MCO,
TO's go.
Safety Console,
The safety consoles go.
LPE,
LPs go.
RTD,
RTD's go.
Houston Flight,
Houston flight is go.
ROC,
Rock is go.
and CDR.
Cruise go.
Copy that. Thank you, Reid. And Launch Director NTD, our launch team is ready to proceed at this time.
Okay. Get ready for
All
the
right, NTD,
countdown
copy
halt
all. At
release.
this time, I'll perform my poll.
Get ready.
Attention on the net. This is the launch director performing the final poll for launch.
Okay. Get
Verify
ready
no
for.
constraints and go for launch.
Okay. Open
EGS,
constraint. No more
EGS,
constraint
Program
anymore.
Chief Engineer.
Artemis Chief Engineers are go.
Okay.
Copy.
It's go.
Thank you. EGS, Chief Safety Officer.
The Artemis CSOs are go.
Okay. Go.
Copy. Thank you. Range weather.
Launch weather is go.
Go.
Thank you, LWO. And Artemis MMT Chair.
MMT's go.
Thank you,
Okay.
John.
That's also go.
And Integrity Launch Director.
Good air voice, Charlie. PLT.
Thank you, Charlie. This is Victor. We are going for our families.
All right.
This is Christina. We are going for our teammates.
MF2. This is Jeremy. We are going for all humanity. All right, Charlie, your Artemis II crew
Yeah.
is go for launch.
All right. Go for launch.
I
Get
copy
ready.
that.
Get ready for the
Greetings,
countdown
Victor,
halt
Christina, and
release.
Jeremy. On this historic mission, you take with you the heart of this Artemis team, the daring spirit of the American people and our partners across the globe, and the hopes and dreams of a new generation. Good luck. Godspeed, Artemis II. Let's go.
Let's go! Let's go. This is what we want to hear.
NTD Launch Director.
Get ready for the countdown halt release.
Yes, sir. You have a go to proceed with countdown.
Copy that. I'll put it in work.
Get ready. Here for the
CDR
mock.
NTD.
Go.
Gear risers and initiate
All
short
right.
purge per your EPROC 10.1.1, steps 8 and 9.
All right.
10.1.1, 8, 9 going to work.
Okay. So already
CVSC
put in.
NTD, start and verify recordings of our Orion cameras.
Copy.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there you heard it.
This is it. Very good.
RSR.
They're getting ready to start terminal count.
arm rotation enable at this time, please.
It's currently at T-minus 10 minutes. Once we wrap up this last bit of work.
SNA arm rotation enable
Okay. And also for my part, I need to confirm if my live stream is good. Okay. Let me check. All right. So it's good. Ah, nice. Okay. My stuff is also good. Let's go back. Okay.
You heard an issue.
So I can confirm my
worked in
part is
real
good.
time with telemetry block on the Orion.
Speaking about the countdown checks, I need to do my own sort of life check just to see if I'm out of life, but I'm still good. That's actually very great news there. And get ready. So looks like we might be able to.
Data and cleared it.
So looks like they might be able to start start going for the launch window time instead. So that's pretty good. This is
a 2-hour window.
this looks like an ideal case scenario right now. And yeah, for new and existing viewers, hello and welcome. You're now watching the and the launch attempt for the Artemis II,
We'll verify that we are
onboarding
go,
the
and we'll proceed
SLS
with,
Block
terminal
1
count.
rocket. So hello everybody. Okay, they're going to proceed with the terminal countdown. So that's actually one of the great news there. And keep in mind that probably in NASA, probably around NASA, they've already gone about 30 seconds plus faster. But however, due to the some kind of latency, some kind of latency, probably this uh probably how do I say? Combining together with this stream and my stream as well, there could be another additional few seconds of stream delay. So please keep aware. By that time, NASA might already have launched.
But not by much, it looks
By the time I said T minus 10, 9, 8, something like that, you got the idea. All right. Another additional work they can use.
NASA Test Director Jeff Spaulding ask for the ground launch sequencer operator to go ahead and start the clock.
Okay, let's see.
The ground launch sequencer is an application software. It runs on top of the launch control system in the fire.
All right.
Acts like a conductor of an orchestra, executing hundreds of commands in precise order and timing. It's all autonomous.
NTD CCL 212, short purge initiation is verified.
All right, copy that, and we're verifying our constraints.
Okay, let's keep hearing it. I'm not going to pretend to know everything else of the call. Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky, but it is what it is. Let's hear it.
Right,
Whatever I know, I will give you some explanation what they're talking about. Okay, so get ready for the
resume the clock on your mark.
So get ready for the clock resumption. The countdown. Okay, 1.
Mark.
Okay, mark. Already mark.
Counting.
Oh, T minus 10 minutes and counting. That's good. Great news there. T minus 9 minutes and 50 seconds before the flight. That's actually good.
6:35 p.m. Eastern Time. We are now counting down to liftoff.
All right. That's actually pretty great. So we are a little bit earlier than usual. That's actually good news. That's good news. This is what we want to hear.
If everything goes nominally, NASA Test Director Jeff Spaulding, who's directly managing the launch team, and Alex Bendelos, the GLS operator who closely monitors the software.
Let's go. Let's go. Hopefully this is not a cruel April Fool's joke here. Hopefully this is not the cruelest April Fool's joke. We need to go back to the moon. Let's go.
Our new T0 is 22:35:12.
T minus 9 minutes before the flight.
Affirm.
You can see there is excitement among the spectator and also the media press there. You see, that's how excited they are right now. In the Kennedy Space Center, in the launch complex, if I remember correctly, launch complex 39B. That's actually pretty great there.
To the next holding point.
All right.
Won't stop right away. If there's an issue, we'll go to the next
okay, but
stable
let's
holding
hope. But let's hope there is no
GLS configures
cancellation
the rocket
anymore.
and ground
Oh my
systems
goodness.
to a stable
I
point.
really want to see this. Come on.
Countdown.
I mean,
If that's
even you
needed.
guys really want to see
Right
this.
now, we are counting down. our next big milestone, looking to retract the crew access arm.
All right.
Go for crew access arm retract.
Okay, get ready. The crew access retract arm, you can see, this one is actually responsible to bring the astronauts inside the crew capsule there, the Orion spacecraft, which actually named as the integrity, or using the serial number specifically is the CMS-003. That's one of the interesting there. Oh man.
The backup transitions to a launch abort
All
system.
right.
And they'll begin arming that shortly.
All right.
Of course, the launch abort system. Great
Nice.
shot there of the crew access arm retracting away. The launch abort system is the tower at the top, and that's what would pull Orion and its crew off the top of the rocket in case of an emergency, whether it's on the ground or in flight. This is critical safety hardware that protects the lives of the astronauts.
All right. So T-minus 6 minutes and 42 seconds before the flight. As you can see,
starting at 6 minutes, the GLS will start bringing that and other high energy systems online.
All right.
Core stage pressurization.
All right, get ready in. And after that, some of the more, let's just say all of these system will be going online, especially for like he said, the high energy, aka something that involve intensive amount of power. If it needs to go to the
range is go.
Really needs to go online. Okay, range is go and weather is go and all system looks go. Looks pretty nominal for this one. Okay, T-minus 6 minutes.
Go for core stage tank pressurization.
Okay, core stage pressurization on the first stage already done. Okay, currently is on the way. And forgot to mention that the forgot to mention that the core stage it's powered by the 4 RS-25 rocket engines. That one is actually derived from the space shuttle. Yeah, space shuttle, they only have like three RS-25 hydrolox rocket engines, right? But this one is the 4 RS-25 rocket engine. That consumes liquid oxygen and also liquid hydrogen. If I remember, liquid hydrogen is around negative 251 degrees Celsius, while the oxygen is liquid oxygen is minus 189 degrees Celsius. So it's pretty cold, you know. And okay, getting ready for the arm termination system to go. And yeah, for new and existing, especially for my subscribers, viewers, hello and welcome. You are now currently watching the launch of the Artemis II mission, which these 4 astronauts, Reid Weisman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, if I remember correctly, how her name actually pronounced on the final one, and also Jeremy Hansen will be going into this flight, onboarding the Orion spacecraft, which will be launched on via the SLS Block 1 rocket. So yeah, the standardized will be coming soon on the Artemis IV and beyond.
GLS's go for core stage APU start.
All right, APU start, auxiliary power unit. All right.
High-speed turbines which provide pressure to hydraulic pumps that steer the RS-25 engines. We're going to see a gimbal test.
And also, if I remember correctly, APU is also functionally to give some kinds of power needed, not only for the steering of the RS-25 rocket engines, for the steering and also gimbling of the RS-25 rocket, but also for the spacecraft as well. Okay. T-minus 3 minutes and 20 seconds into and counting. And you're now looking, this is the SLS Block 1 rocket. Okay, SLS stands for Space Launch System.
Okay, go for the sequence. T minus
All is looking
3 minutes mark. T minus 3 minutes before and counting before the flight, as we are now anticipating. And by now, the Orion spacecraft has already now in the internal power mode on. Already power mode on 3 minutes and 20 seconds ago. Here you can see the RS-25 is actually doing its bleed kick pressure there. It's actually to bleed out some of the excess liquid. How do I say liquid? If I remember, liquid hydrogen part. Okay, and you can see gimbal test is currently doing.
Now we're going to start moving the
Cur-
power
Currently ongoing.
from both the
T minus
stage and
2 minutes and
stage
10
of the rocket
seconds,
to
and get ready
internal,
for the T
taking
minus
ground power
2
away,
minutes.
and now going to battery power.
Getting ready in.
GLS
Mark
upper
T
stage
minus 2 minutes before the flight. We are now looking from the Kennedy Space Center on the Launch Complex 39A. Sorry, 39B. Correction. LC 39B.
Minus 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Okay.
Now,
Battery has
from
already
first
switched
Artemis II
into
crew
power
is
on.
248,000
Yes.
miles away from the moon. And if all goes well, they will fly by it in 6 days.
Yeah. So Godspeed to the Artemis II astronauts.
to internal power.
And yeah, we are actually in the launch way earlier than usual. T minus 1 minute and 20 seconds and counting into the flight. And we are go.
There's no more hold time because
Okay, no more hold.
these batteries. So we
No
would
more
have to
hold.
cycle back to T minus 10 to recharge if we had a hold.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have any hold anymore. Get ready. T minus 1 minute 60 seconds mark before the flight. And getting ready in. I'm going to see on my screen the bigger one.
From the ground launch sequencer to the rocket's onboard autonomous launch sequencer, or ALS. The rocket will count itself down, but honor any holds that could come from the ground.
Yeah, so hopefully T minus 40 seconds and counting. We are getting ready for the ignition at T minus 6 minutes and 6.36 seconds of the 4 RS-25 rocket engines. Afterward, at T minus 0 seconds, will be the ignition of the 2 SRB strap-on solid rocket boosters engine there. We will see. Okay,
And here we go.
here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, RS-25. All 4 engines already ignition, and we have liftoff. We have liftoff of the SRB. Liftoff of the Artemis II missions. Heading to the moon, and here we go. We have liftoff, and April Fool's Day. It's launched on the April Fool's Day of 2026. And it's my part. It's no longer April Fool's Day, but that's good. This is what we are looking for, and what you look before that one is from the Chaser plan. Okay, here we go. Interesting. Look at that boy. Look at that. Look at that boy. Look at the girl, man. Look at she. She's actually flying pretty well. What a glowing red there. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's a really powerful rocket. And yeah, this is a daytime launch. Unbelievable. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That orange plume from the burning of the SRB. And get ready for the max Q. Alright, get ready. Because they have already gone into the supersonic. Okay, they've already gone into the supersonic. The RS-25 rocket engines previously already gimbaled to 60%, or a little bit lower, could be 40%. Here we go. Look at that 5 segment of SRB, and also the power of the 4 RS-25 main engine. the power of it, the sheer power. You look at that. Oh, they will be throttling down back to 85%. Already throttled back up to 100, and shortly will be going to 85%. Oh, we are looking at the spectator shot. Oh no. Okay, SRB looks already separated, and we have separation of the SRB. Look at that. SRB strap-on solid rocket boosters, no longer needed for the flight. It's already burned out, already tapered off, and separated. And you can see here on the visual view, onboarding the rockets from the onboard rocket camera there. Okay, the integrity, what they, it's actually referring to the Orion spacecraft that they are using right now, of these 4 astronauts riding in right now, or specifically according to the serial number, it will be CMS-003. Getting ready for the fairing protective and also for the launch escape system to be separated from the crew. Okay, fairing has already separated. Confirmed from this rocket onboard view. Okay, get ready for the yes, and we have LES separation. Okay, it's already separated by now. Already separated. Yes, and this is reality right now. We are looking at the reality. That's actually really very exciting, and you can see there. What a view around around the riverine area of the around the Kennedy Space Center and also the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station area. Wow. Okay.
Signals acquired after last jettison now working on internal checks to verify accuracy.
Okay.
Flight dynamics officer analyzed
Okay, looks like it's pretty good.
confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds time of MECO.
Okay, FDA has already confirmed. And at around 8 minutes and 2 seconds afterward, I mean, on the total mission of this flight, possibly, there will be the MECO, main engine cutoff of the 4 RS-25 rockets and rocket engine, as it no longer can provide any of the flight anymore. So yeah.
Integrity, GPS processing.
All right. So GPS and also com check is good.
We see the same, and we have a beautiful moonrise. We're headed right at it.
Wow, so this is exciting. One of the one of the unbelievable flight.
5 minutes into the flight, Commander Reid Weisman confirms he has visuals of his destination. GPS guidance, navigation, and control software finishes internal checks and
Wow.
sends to navigation channels.
Just can't believe they actually launched today. And even way earlier than usual. Wow. Okay. Navigation channels looks good. Okay. What does it mean that in case one of the RS-25 rocket engines going dark, the 3 RS-25 rocket engines still can propel it to push it to the nominal main gen cutoff time. Yeah, because you have to calculate all of that orbital velocity there. That's pretty important there. And yeah, for new and existing viewers, especially for my subscribers, it doesn't matter who you are. Hello, and welcome. You're now watching the
Integrity, looking good at 6 minutes.
Okay, looking good at T plus 6 minutes and 10 seconds to the flight.
Good trajectory and engine performance.
Okay, so this is the animation.
Soon report the shutdown plan to Flight Director Judd.
Okay, and unfortunately they are using metric system here, so it can be a little bit jarring for you to read by now, but should be around 23,000 or 24,000 kilometers per hours velocities there. Okay, get ready for the nominal main gen cut off there.
40 seconds of mission elapsed time. Shutdown plan is as expected. Again, the time of lead comes
Okay,
confirmed at
another
8 minutes, 2
one there.
seconds into the flight.
That's actually pretty interesting. You look at that. Okay, and if there's no more problem, okay, mark T plus 7 minutes, and less than 1 minute before the main engine cutoff of the RS-25 rocket engines there. Getting ready in.
Throttling down as we approach the abort
Okay,
once around option.
okay,
Milestone at the 7-minute 30-second mark.
okay,
Now
and
84 miles an
40
altitude,
seconds left before the main
658
engine
miles
cutoff
downrange,
of
traveling
all
north
four
at
RS-25 rocket
15,000 miles
engines
per
on
hour.
the first stage,
Integrity,
also known as the core
AOA
stage.
open.
All right, good, good call. We hear it.
AOA open.
The window is now
Okay,
open for an abort once around option.
20
with target
seconds left.
splashdown in the Pacific
Get
Ocean,
ready in.
still following nominal ascent at this time.
Uh, yeah, correct. Okay, 10 seconds left before four RS-25 rocket engines shut down. Get ready in for the MECO main engine cutoff.
About 10 seconds remaining until the main
Oh,
engine cutoff of the Space Launch
okay,
System
slightly,
core stage.
slightly
Standing
up
by
there.
for confirmation of MECO and core stage separation.
Okay, getting ready in. Okay, there's it. There's it. Should we? Okay, main engine cutoff already confirmed. Stage separation confirmed, and getting ready in for the
Nominal MECO core
ICPS
stage separated.
ignition on the second stage.
We see the same onboard stand.
Yeah, so that's good. That one, if I remember correctly, also the ICPS is also
8
part
minutes,
of
40
the
seconds into the flight,
RS-25
we have
rocket
a
engines
nominal
as well,
mid-engine
if I
cutoff
remember,
heading
or
in the right
RL-10,
trajectory
if
on
I
the way
remember,
to swing
in
around
between
the
these two.
moon.
No, 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 it's
Core
not
stage has
RS-25,
separated and
it's
done its job. The Space Launch
RL-10.
System upper stage, the
Yeah,
in-rim
I
cryogenic
should
propulsion
be right there.
stage, or ICPS, still attached to the Orion spacecraft.
All right. So that's what you're looking right now.
9 minutes of mission elapsed time. Integrity crew
Let's
of Reid
see.
Weisman, Victor Glover,
Am I
Christina Koch, and
correct
Jeremy
with
Hansen
this
now in
fact?
orbit around the Earth
Before
at the beginning
before
of
I
their journey
decided
to the moon.
I just talk of my own stuff here. Oh,
Integrity Houston, looking ahead to PRM numbers so far per the pad.
all right. So that's good. That's good. That's what we want to hear.
Copy that. Stand numbers for the pad.
All right. Get ready in.
Capcom Stan Loves now reminding the crew that the
Yeah.
parity
So
raising
I was
wheel time
correct.
of
It's
ignition
actually
is as expected
RL10
prior to
rocket engines
booster
on
ignition.
the for the
That
ICPS.
time being 49
Yeah,
minutes,
so
50
that's actually
seconds
good.
of mission elapsed
And
time.
by now they are in the preliminary orbit right now. It's nominal preliminary orbit so far. So yeah, that's a good sign. We want to hear it. So this is it. Oh, 49 minutes and 50 seconds elapsed time. Okay, what I think they actually mentioned this is should be something to do with the launch, I believe. Okay. Okay, so at T plus 29 minutes they will deploy their the solar panel there. So yeah.
Integrity, good. Neds deploy.
Oh, yeah.
Copy that. Stand good, Neds.
All right, that's interesting. That's actually pretty good. This is good signal what we want to hear so far.
And Integrity Houston for PWD setup. Just a
All right.
reminder, halfway open on the secondary.
All right. That's actually good signal as well.
Copy that. Stand halfway open.
Okay, halfway open. Okay, I think solar array wings is halfway open.
Passing 11 minutes of mission elapsed time. Here, overhearing the conversation between Capcom Stan Love and Commander Reid Weisman, already passing some milestones. We have a good nozzle extension deployment system.
Oh,
That is
nozzle
confirmed,
extension deployment on the
complete. We also have
for the
boosters are confirmed up
RL10.
now past the dynamic
All
phase of
right,
flight,
for the
that is
RL10
ascent.
rocket engines on the ICPS
The
stage here.
their
Oh,
launch and entry suits.
Okay. So the not the solar array wings. So correction, it's actually the nozzle extension for the RL10 10 rocket engines on this ICPS stage. Our ICPS really stands for Interim Cryogenic Propulsion System. That one is basically lightly modified from the Delta from the DCSS from the Delta Cryogenic second stage. Just in case you want to know. And that one is actually used before by Delta 3, and unfortunately, Delta 3 is not very successful. But Delta 4 is pretty, I can say, successful despite how expensive and big the rocket is. It, but well, it is what it is. What happens when you decide to almost use everything else as the hydrolox rocket there. So that's why it's big. And yeah, for new and existing and maybe even my subscribers, viewers, or literally whoever you are, hello and welcome. We are actually witnessing the launch of the Artemis II on onboarding the SLS Block 1 rocket, the core stage, aka the first stage, and also the SRB strap-on has already done its job. The SRB strap-on booster already done its job around more than 2 minutes into the flight, and then later on at T plus 8 minutes and 12 seconds, the
13 minutes and 30
the
seconds
core
of mission
stage, the
elapsed
first
time. We're going to
stage
continue to
rocket
follow
rocket
the
engine has
crew of
already
the
also
Artemis
done
II
its
mission.
job,
They are beginning
already
their
initiated
journey
its
around the moon to
main
verify the
engine
systems
cutoff.
that will take us to
And this
its
is what you're
surface.
looking
An
right now
incredible ascent. Artemis II is
on the
underway. Reid Weisman, Victor
rocket
Glover,
onboard
Christina
camera
Koch,
there
and Jeremy
on
Hansen
the
begin their
upper
journey
stage
to the
there.
moon. Still
And
milestones to come up as we await
yeah,
solar array deploy and the critical burns that will get integrity into high Earth orbit around the Earth before engines are fired to get us around the moon. We'll keep tabs on Integrity and its crew from here in Mission Control Houston. But for now, we're going to send it back to you, Megan and Nicole at the Kennedy
all
Space
right.
Center. Very
So don't
jealous to
forget,
hear
at T
how
plus
the launch
29
experience was
minutes,
over on
we
the Space
will see
Coast.
the solar
Yeah, Gary,
array
for
wings will
people who are
be
just joining
open.
us, welcome back to the Space Coast where we just
All
saw
right.
Artemis II lift off 14 minutes
So
ago.
yeah.
And wow, what an amazing launch and an emotional one too, as soon as the rocket lifted off, Nicole.
So yeah,
You had
that's
tears in your eyes,
one
I
of
had
the
tears in my eyes, and we
most
had all these
interesting
people
thing
around
I've
us
already
cheering.
seen
It
so
was
far.
amazing.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
the energy
even though
was
I
wonderful.
missed
I
that
mean, it was a beautiful launch.
Artemis 1
Yeah, we've
launch,
got
but
friends and family
well,
members headed
at
to the
least
moon. It's pretty
I
amazing.
didn't miss
Yeah,
this
how does that
Artemis
make
2
you feel as
launch.
someone
So
who, you know, is
I can
launched
say
from
I'm
afar, but
in
also, as you said,
I'm
has
actually watching
Yeah,
the
so
history,
Jared,
you
I'm
know.
so proud of you. You know, man, we don't
That's
have the words
that's
in the
actually
English
pretty
language to
crazy.
describe this kind of an event and
Unbelievable
pride,
experience.
love, so many
And
emotions. You
yeah,
know,
we
they
are
are
14
truly
minutes left
breaking
before
some
the solar
barriers,
array
and
wings
hopefully, you know,
deploy on
as
the
Gary just said, they've
f-
got a long day ahead
to
of them.
provide
So
power for
wishing them well
the
on everything. But so far, what a
Orion
beautiful launch to watch.
spacecraft.
yeah,
That
to
one,
be returning to the
it's
lunar orbit in
specifically
more than
deployed
50
from the
years. Maybe they were
service
farther
module.
from Earth than any other humans
Yeah.
before them. Maybe they
So yeah.
see parts of the moon that we've never seen before. I mean, what
All
a
right.
great start to what could be all of these
That's
milestones
crazy.
that we break in just a 10-day mission.
I
Yes,
think
what a way to welcome in the Artemis
I think
generation.
I think we will be
Yeah, how do you
very
feel? I
long
mean, we saw
here.
some beautiful shots we were covering
A
of,
long day
of
for
course, the
this one.
rocket, of course, the Earth falling away as we continued up into our ascents, but also some of those crowd shots where we saw young and old just emotional, overcome by this history-making moment.
Man, we are going back to the moon for all, and we saw that today. We saw that in all the crowds. And yeah, you guys just saw that view, the sunrise or
All right,
sunset. I
so
guess they
that's
just
also
made it over the crest of
another
the
view
Earth, and
there.
you could see the sun
Don't
peeking over. One
worry,
of my favorite views from
that's
space,
pretty
and
typical
I
from
can't
NASA.
imagine what they're looking at now,
And
and I
yeah,
can't wait to see what
we
they're
just
looking at
relax
in
in.
about 5 or 6
Just
days.
Yeah,
it is
and
what
you
it
know,
is.
I know a lot of people are like, you know what, I'm surprised this launched on the first try, because we know, like any little thing, we have to be keeping safety in mind, and we want to make sure we're ready to go. But we were ready to go,
Alright.
and I think it surprised a lot of people. What a wonderful surprise on this Wednesday evening.
It did, you know, and it kind of
Yeah.
surprised me as well. But you know, it's just a testament to the team here that has been working so hard on
Yeah,
Artemis.
that's
You know, Artemis 1, we learned a ton of
really
lessons. We learned a
crazy
ton from the
there.
wet dress for Artemis II, we were able to go in, fix those things. We even had a couple mishaps today, not mishaps, but a couple,
Wow.
anomalies today
All
that
right.
the team
It's okay.
creatively came
We'll
up with
wait
solutions
for a
for.
bit there.
It's just a testament to the teamwork that gets us to the moon.
And so we can continue to
Okay,
watch
maybe
Christina,
I can try
Reid,
close
Victor,
my
and Jeremy on
USB
their
light
way now
stick here.
to the
Could
moon
work. Let's see.
in Earth's orbit and awaiting the next in-flight
All right.
milestones, deploying Orion's solar arrays. So why
Ooh.
don't we get back
All right.
in with mission control and
Boy.
Gary.
Oh boy. I think this works
Thank you,
almost
Megan.
fine.
Again, we're following along
All
with
right.
action. It is
All
a
right.
long day. They
Let's
have a
see.
number of procedures they need to get to
Let's see.
immediately in their timeline.
All right.
Houston
Nice,
is
nice.
on board per the ETSI
All right. So I've already turned my
We copy
USB light off right now. Right now in our time here in Sarawak in Borneo, it's 6:53:22 a.m. here on 2nd April
Flight controllers
2026.
here initiating a connection between some of the batteries aboard the Orion spacecraft,
All right, nice there. You can see there.
allowing for an even distribution of power. This is the flight control teams that took us through ascent of the Artemis II mission today.
All right.
Right now we're, as you see, passing 18 minutes of mission elapsed time.
Ah.
The Orion spacecraft integrity and the interim cryogenic propulsion system are maneuvering tail to sun.
Okay, okay.
It is in this orientation, this attitude.
Oh, tail to sun orientation. Oh, all right. Look at that. This is the mission control center here.
And Reid, no action. We're looking at it.
Wow. It's crazy there. Just look at that.
Commander Reid Weisman verifying what is being routed to his displays aboard integrity. Propulsion engineer confirming that no action is needed at this time. They're pressing through with their nominal procedures to prepare for the perigee raise maneuver. And of course,
All
the
right.
solar array wing deploy ahead of that.
All right, that's interesting as
The
well.
solar wing deploy is a critical milestone. We'll continue to have our coverage follow the mission until that deployment. Successful
Oh.
launch is just the beginning. The deployment of the solar arrays and successful confirmation that those solar array wings are drawing power is
All
a
right.
significant milestone and says to the flight control teams that we will continue on today's mission. Power needs to be drawn.
All right. So
to
if
be
NASA
to
ends
continue
this
through some of
stream,
the
we will
next
use another
milestones. Until
another live
then,
stream
the AOA
for
open
just
option that
for
was
this one.
called up upon ascent, the aboard once around, is the current option, and aboard to orbit option ATO will be switched to a preferred mode at the time that the solar array wings are deployed and latched. It gives the flight control teams a little bit more flexibility.
Integrity Houston, update on TDRS handover for your pad.
All right. So another one there.
Give us just 1 minute.
All right.
And Stan, you can read it. Ike is ready to copy.
Roger. TDRS handover east to west expected 1 second earlier at 51 minutes 26 seconds.
All right. All right. So they will have. All right. So looks like we have perigee race maneuver burn. Seriously?
Copy 1 second.
Seriously? We're 4D?
5126 TDRS east to west, and
All right.
saws are starting to deploy. Thermal knives are firing.
All right. So solar array wings not yet deployed. So it looks like we might have ignition of the
Feedback of the reports that you
looks
just
like we
heard
have
on the
ignition
Orion
of
to
the
Earth maneuver.
RL-10 upper stage
Integrity
rocket
has
engines
maneuvered
of
tail to
these
sun.
ICPS
The RL-10
inter
nozzle on
interim
the ICPS is pointed
cryogenic
towards the
propulsion
sun.
system. So yeah,
The solar array
this is it.
deployment sequence has begun. With the deployment confirmed, it'll be several minutes until they are what is called in a latched position. Once they are latched and
Okay,
confirmed to be
will
drawing
be
power, they can switch
deployment.
the mode to
Ah,
ATO and continue along the mission.
all right.
The teacher's handover at the pad, that message meant the crew was provided some preliminary numbers of when to expect handovers between the tracking and data relay satellites.
All right.
Currently orbiting Earth at an
So
altitude of
around T plus 51
545
minutes, there will be
statute miles
there will be
above
a
the Earth.
little
They
bit
are in a near-Earth network
loss of
communication
signal.
system. The tracking
So
and
yeah,
data relay
that's
satellites,
pretty.
geosynchronous satellites that are stationed about 23,000 miles above the Earth.
Yeah. So TDRS stands for Tracking
After the
Data and
re-raise
Relay
burn that occurs later today,
Satellite System there. So
the burn
that
itself
one
will
is
put them in an
responsible for
altitude that
tracking around
surpasses the range
of the
the
satellites
tracking
around
and
the
data
orbit,
relay
and also some
satellites,
for the
and they will transition to
interplanetary
the
mission
Deep
as well.
Space Network today.
So yeah, that's pretty interesting.
And integrity for prop messages, we see two temperature measurements right near the line. It's that momentary message you saw earlier. We're going to suppress those. It's CM helium heater 2 T1 and heater 1 T1. They're going suppressed.
Okay, so near red line means that if anything happens, usually the rocket engines can be shut down automatically just because of that, but looks like they're going to suppress it anyways, which means the mission can be safely continuous. That one I think have something to do with the like what they said, the sensor failure, but otherwise the mission can continue as usual. Let me see and reconfirm again.
This is Mission Control Houston, passing 23 minutes of mission elapsed time into the Artemis II mission.
All right.
This is after a launch that began at 5:35
right.
and 12 seconds Central Time, 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time.
All
Right
right.
now, the orientation you're seeing from our arrow
All
visualization
right.
that translates some of the telemetry that we're getting from the spacecraft
All
and puts
right.
it into a model so you can follow along on some of the milestones that we are following here.
All right.
The RL-10 nozzle that you see at the left end of your screen, though it is currently not firing, that nozzle is pointed towards the sun, and the solar arrays are currently deploying. From this visualization, they look fully stowed in a position.
Integrity, we are happy to report that Jeremy has the O2 sensors on.
All right. Nice.
Sensors.
Again, Commander Reid Weisman and pilot Victor Glover overseeing the deployment of the solar arrays. And we'll follow the attitude maneuver changes ahead of the first burn of the ICPS engine, the perigee raise
All
maneuver.
right.
Integrity Houston, we see 4 saws deployed and latched, ready for ATO preferred.
All right.
Yeah, we're almost there in the procedure stand, and we see the same thing.
All right.
And Integrity Houston, we are seeing a 7-second miscompare between the MET on Orion and ICPS. We'd like you to read us the MET from your center status bar and for the ICPS on StackSum.
All right.
And Stan, we see a absolutely precise alignment. MET 25, 14, 15, 16,
All right.
precisely aligned with ICPS MET.
All right.
Copy, thank you for that. We'll investigate a ground issue.
And Houston Integrity, ATO preferred set.
All right.
Copy, ATO preferred.
Mm-hmm. All right.
This is Mission Control Houston, 25 minutes, 45 seconds into the flight of Artemis II. We have confirmation that all 4 solar array wings are deployed and latched. This is the configuration needed to switch to ATO preferred, which you did hear confirmed from pilot Victor Glover. That mode has been switched. There's also a discussion with Capcom Stan Love and Commander Reid Weisman about the alignment of the MET clocks on the Orion spacecraft and the ICPS. Commander Reid Weisman confirmed the clocks are in sync, no issues. They're going to investigate it on the ground. We're proceeding with today's mission. 26 minutes of mission elapsed time and counting.
slowing down when I try to use the NASA website. Oh my. At least when I try to use it just to check around, wow, it really slows down my stuff. But it's okay. It's okay. All is good. All is well. Okay, the solar array wings finally open. Okay, that's actually good news. Nice. Nice, nice. This is what we want to hear. All right. Journey to the moon, some people says. Hmm. Wow, that's unbelievable. And yeah, for new and existing and especially subscriber viewers, doesn't matter who, hello and welcome to this stream. You are now watching the mission, the Artemis II mission, launch from
This
Kennedy
is Mission
Space
Control
Center
Houston.
around
We're
the
approaching
Cape
28
Canaveral
minutes of
Space
mission elapsed
Station
time to
4
the Artemis II
on
mission.
the LC-39B
At this point, we
Launch
had a
Complex
successful
39B,
liftoff from the pad
uh, launched
at
launched by the
5:35
SLS Block 1
p.m.
rocket.
and 12 seconds
SLS
p.m.
stands for
Central Time,
the Space Launch
6:35
System.
and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern
And
Time.
yeah, all of the missions looks done pretty well so far, and looks
We
like
had a
the
good main engine cutoff,
ICPS,
4-stage
the
separation, and a good trajectory to
and
begin
looks like
today's
the
mission.
ICPS, the interim
Right now,
cryogenic
the
propulsion stage, looks
spacecraft has
pretty good
maneuvered
with the
tail to
ignition of
sun.
its
We're
RL
standing by for
of
another
its
maneuver
single
to maneuver
RL-10
into
rocket engines there.
the burn attitude. This is where
ICPS
the
is basically
RL-10
a
entering the
lightly modified version
ICPS
of
is
the
pointed in the correct
DCSS
orientation
from
for
the
the
Delta
perigee
cryogenic
raise
second
maneuver.
stage. First used
We
on
did hear
the
confirmation that the
Delta
perigee
3,
raise maneuver
but
time
not
of
very
ignition
successful.
has been confirmed per the pad, which means it was the
On
predicted
the
time
Delta 4,
prior
it's
to
pretty
liftoff.
highly successful as well. So yeah,
We're taking channel 1 to
nice.
unfiltered and to BFS.
All right, all right.
Okay,
Here we
yeah,
go.
we're watching. Go ahead.
All right. This is what we want to watch as well. Hmm.
Capcom Stan Love reading up to the crew of Integrity. They will switch the navigation source from channel 1, standing by for confirmation that that switch has occurred.
All right.
Pilot Victor Glover will receive confirmation when, and as at least watching
All
to
right.
confirm that that switch has occurred. Again, the perigee raise maneuver that we're heading towards.
All right.
Not too long from now, we're actually inside 20 minutes at this time.
All
From
right.
the time
Nice,
of
nice,
ignition of the
nice.
perigee raise maneuver. We did have a successful deployment and launched of all 4 solar array wings. This is the configuration needed to commit to the perigee raise maneuver. Of course, flight controllers here in Mission Control Houston will continue to evaluate that everything is good before committing to that burn. The
All
perigee raise
right.
maneuver does raise the perigee, the lowest point in the orbit, from 15 to 100 nautical miles. The
All
100
right.
nautical mile mark
That's interesting.
is needed
Nice
to
as
continue in
well.
low Earth orbit and hit the target for the apogee raise burn. That will put them in a high Earth orbit for the remainder of the day and set them up for the right position to execute the translunar injection and head to the moon tomorrow. The burn
Yeah.
duration of the perigee raise maneuver is 26 seconds.
Oh.
It's a relatively short burn, but it does raise the perigee and do the job to get into the correct position before firing that main engine on the ICPS. The pad had a teacher's handover. This is the tracking and data relay satellites. East to west, they are geosynchronous satellites that are positioned around the globe. And as Orion
Another
makes its
interesting
way
there.
around the Earth right now, above the west coast of Africa, at an altitude of about 923 statute miles and counting.
All right. So this is it. Another one there.
The perigee raise maneuver is not executed at the perigee. It is rather executed on the
All right. So let's
actually closer
look
to the
at this
apogee.
one. Haha.
But what it does is it raises the perigee at the other end of the orbit to 100 nautical miles.
Mm.
The 26-second duration burn does not conflict with the time that they've reported of the tracking and data relay satellite handover from TGERS east to west. Again, geosynchronous satellites that are used not
All
only
right.
by Integrity
So
today, but
that's
the
it.
International Space Station as well.
Right. Another one there. And probably I will also going to stream just a little bit before and after that.
That time of handover is
Should be good.
51 minutes, 26 seconds. Plenty of margin
Oh.
before the perigee raise maneuver cutoff happens, and the trajectory is analyzed to see whether it was a good burn. A good burn means that the burn was performed as
Yeah.
expected and sets the trajectory on course for that 100 nautical mile perigee target mark.
All right. So here we can go and look at that one.
Again, for those sticking with us on NASA Plus and following along on our coverage, we will continue to follow and to
Yeah, still
cover
on
the
the way
mission
to
until
the another orbit there. Or at least just
actually
to
we'll continue to cover the
just
mission
to
24/7.
burn slightly more, just to reach it pretty well. Oh yeah.
But we'll wrap up our coverage here shortly. And now that solar array wing deployment has occurred on NASA Plus and Amazon Prime. Again, we will continue coverage 24/7 at the NASA YouTube channel. For those that want to see all of the upcoming milestones, there are select times where we will be coming back to NASA Plus and other streaming platforms. You can go to nasa.gov to find the latest on when to find those activities. Given that this is an operational mission, we do want to make sure that we are maintaining transparency in the mission and providing you all the information on what's happening in space as Reid Weisman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen head on their mission around the moon. Inside
Nice.
Integrity at this time, again, the solar array wings have deployed. The Integrity is maneuvering to its burn attitude ahead of the execution of the perigee raise maneuver. Overseeing these steps is primarily done by Commander Reid Weisman and pilot Victor Glover. Mission specialist Christina Koch and Jeremy Hansen focusing on some of the system activation inside of Orion, namely the environmental and control and life support systems. The activation and checkout of some of these critical systems are very important to continuing on the mission, making sure that those systems are in a good condition and in a reliable condition to provide the necessary environmental and control needs of the crew with humans on board through the duration of the mission that extends 10 flight days.
Okay, so this is another one that we are hearing so far. This mission.
Standing by for an update to the perigee raise maneuver time of ignition. Should be read up to the crew very shortly.
Integrity Houston, updated PRM numbers when you're ready to copy.
All right, Houston, we are ready to copy.
TIG is 2 seconds earlier at 4 minutes, 48 seconds. TIGO unchanged at 26 seconds.
All right.
48, TIGO 26.
This is Mission Control Houston. With that update, we are approaching a little more than 13 minutes from the time of ignition of the perigee raise maneuver. That time updated to be 2 seconds earlier was 49 minutes 50 seconds of mission elapsed time. Will now move to 49 minutes 48 seconds. The duration of the burn, that's what was referred to as the T-go, will still remain at 26 seconds. Relatively short duration burn, again, just raises the perigee of the orbit today.
All right, so it's not going to be that long.
Making sure they hit the mark on that time of ignition.
It's not going to be that long for the perigee burn. Only 26 seconds, and afterward,
Christina Koch and Jeremy Hansen inside
it will be cut off. It will be engine cut off, and then by that time should be should be the stop of the coverage after that. At least on this part, but there is 24 there is 24 hours of live stream if you really want to see there. Maybe I can show a little bit before that, before I just move in with my day as well. All right.
And Houston Integrity, we copy. Hands are pretty busy at this time. I think we will call you back when we're ready for that.
All right, that one is not urgent. 2 minutes to maneuver to PRM attitude.
We are watching and concurred. 90 seconds maybe.
All right. So that's what we
Pilot
want
Victor
to
Glover
hear.
confirming that maneuver less than 2 minutes. Again, that the point of that maneuver is to point the main engine of the ICPS, the RL-10 engine, in the proper orientation to execute that 26-second burn. It needs to point in the correct position to achieve the goal of raising the perigee to 100 nautical miles.
All right. Ah.
You heard some of the environmental control system activations over Orion to Earth. Jeremy Hansen activated the O2 sensors. They'll be measuring the cabin of Orion. With during all of the activations here on the ground in Mission Control Houston, Flight Director Judd Freeling is doing a poll with all flight controllers in the room to see if we are in a go position to go ahead and execute the perigee raise maneuver.
Okay, getting ready in.
Once concluded, Stan Love will report it back up to the crew, and we'll stand by for that.
Get ready if the perigee burn will occur after that. We shall see. The perigee raise maneuver burn specifically.
Integrity Houston, MCC polls go for PRM pending attitude and saws.
All right, perigee raise maneuver. That's actually what PRM stands for. All right.
Hey, we copy. MCC is go. Maneuver
All right.
starting.
All right. Already start. 26 seconds. Not going to be that long.
40 minutes of mission elapsed time. The maneuver to the burn attitude has begun. The maneuver also is paired with reorientation of the solar array wings that have been deployed.
All right.
They will have various positions throughout the duration of the
All
flight.
right.
Of course, solar array is meant to maximize the draw of power from the sun. So when deployed, we're in a biased solar array wing configuration that was called solar normal. This allows for the greatest surface area of the solar array wings to be drawing power and powering up those batteries of integrity, of which a cross tie was enabled between the four batteries, the four battery buses that are inside of Orion. However, for the perigee raise maneuver, the solar array wings will be put into
by now
into
it
a
should,
position
the PRM, the perigee raise maneuver, has should have already been cut off.
ICPS main engine.
So yeah.
When they execute the 26-second burn. You can see in the animation here, the solar array wings are in motion, and the attitude is being reconfigured to point the engine in the correct direction.
So looks like April Fool's looks like it's now more like April's moon for today. What an interesting day. You can see there. And now, after the burn has already stopped, now finally the solar array wing has already been configured. It's going to the front instead of going to the back. Yeah, because there's no more ignition of the rocket exhaust. Okay, usually when when it actually ignites, because rocket exhaust is pretty fast, and it can actually move some of the solar panel pretty uh not in not really
You're
good
getting a live
fashion.
look inside the
So
Artemis II
usually what they
mission
do is that before
flight control
ignition,
room. The team you see here oversaw the
the
ascent
solar
of
array
our
wings will
four
be configured to the back,
astronauts
and after that
inside
only then
Integrity,
it's going
launching
to
at
be ignition. After
6:35 and
the
12 seconds p.m.
after
Eastern
the
Time.
engine cut off, then
And
it's going to
this
be
room will be
back into the
occupied 24
neutral
hours a day,
state
7 days a
and
week, with
finally to
flight
the front
controllers
state.
shifting
So
in
that's
three
it.
shifts to
All right.
oversee 24/7 operations of Artemis II while in flight. And
All
we will
right.
cover that live on the NASA YouTube channel.
Yeah,
And we'll be covering that
the
around the
24
clock
hours. So yeah,
as we
we
begin
might see
to
there.
wrap up our coverage here on NASA Plus. Before I do want to send it over to our colleagues at the Kennedy Space Center.
All right.
To my colleagues, it was a pleasure to join the teams at the
So
Kennedy Space Center.
that
Be a
looks
part
like
of
it at
such
least for
a
this part.
historic launch.
Maybe
Here in
we
Houston,
will
again,
do a
we're
little
turning
bit
our
of
attention to the mission.
extended
For now, we'll say farewell
extended
and
view,
thank you to our
but
colleagues there for
after
today's
that I
launch
will
coverage.
also
We'll
going
see you
to
again soon
end
for
my
the first
stream because
splashdown.
yeah, I
This
have
is
something
Mission
to
Control
do
Houston, sending it
behind
back over to Megan and Nicole at the host
I
desk.
need to do something behind the scene as well.
Thank you,
So yeah.
Gary. And yes, it was such a pleasure to be a part of
But even
this
then I like
historic
to take
mission that
sometimes
started
because
right
why not?
here at Kennedy Space Center. It
Nice.
was such an amazing sight to be a part of. And now, as Reid Weisman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen begin their journey, we here at the Kennedy Space Center are about to wrap our broadcast.
Nice.
We'll, of course,
So
still
at
have
least
24/7
there
coverage with our
for
colleagues
this
at
one
Johnson
for
Space Center,
24 hours
starting as soon
coverage
as
it
we
still
sign
will
off,
be
so don't
there.
worry.
So
You
yeah.
can follow along our 4 astronauts every
We
minute of
will
their
go
nearly
there
10-day
soon.
journey to the
Not going
moon
to be that
and
long.
back. Nicole,
So yeah.
I'll definitely be watching it, and I'm sure you will too.
Yes, of course. You know, they just started, right? The launch was beautiful. This was a historic day. They're on their way back to the moon for the first time in over half a century. But they've got a lot of work ahead of them, and so we're excited to see what they have to do and excited to test out the Orion spacecraft. This is a
So
test
yeah.
flight after all, and we're excited to see what we can
So that's a really great.
Very humbling, inspiring. It was really amazing to be a part of this, and I'm so glad that so many people joined along by either watching here in person or watching online. And of course, Nicole, thank you so much for sitting through this, answering questions, adding so much context.
All right.
And,
So
and
there you go
information
at the
that
counter.
really brought a lot out of what we
At the
saw
back of
today.
it. By now, sure have already been for 45 sure have already been 45 minutes plus into the flight. Yeah.
Home. You know, tonight we didn't just launch a rocket. We
Yeah,
launched the
that's
next chapter
nice.
of human exploration. Our Artemis II crew now on their way back to the moon, and we're taking you with us. So thank you again for watching, and go Artemis II.
Yeah, nice. Go Artemis II. And previously go SLS Block 1, go SRB, and go ICPS. And still go ICPS anyways. Because it still needs to go on the way. And this is how it looks like.
Who have just left, crew suit up, and are now walking
So this is the this is the summary replay what happened. So yeah. So this is nice.
And the 4 of them step into their astrovan.
So nice. So that's it. At least on this part already end the coverage. So I will try go with the 24 hours coverage. So I'll be trying. Is it? Oh. Okay, so this is the for the commentary. So yeah, where is it? Let me see. If we don't get anything, maybe I'll end for now. Just so I can actually just do it. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, let's see if they actually update anything. Okay, but that's weird. Okay, that's weird. I don't know why YouTube suddenly just ended like that. That's actually pretty weird. Okay, I don't have any answer why YouTube decided to just end it like that. Should have already refresh it, but it's okay. And then by that point, okay, okay, should be. Oh, on the N- NASA Plus, it should have already ended, but looks like they are still in for the extended period.
Oh,
Is it? Why? Why is that? Is that shift end here? Okay, I don't know what's happening.
all right, this is Mission Control Houston. Welcome back for our 24/7 coverage of the Artemis II mission. At this time, we are a little more than 1 minute from the time of ignition of the perigee raise maneuver. At this time, the Orion spacecraft
Oh
integrity
yeah, so now
maneuvered
this is a
into the burn attitude to
24
put it in
hours
the right direction, and the
coverage. So
solar
yeah,
arrays
this
are
is what we're
uh,
looking at now.
in the position
It's
to
going
take
to
up
be a
loads
shift
imparted by the
uh
26-second burn.
shift work there. Yeah. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness we don't have to end any coverage like that.
Now
Huh.
at 1 minute
Wow.
to the perigee raise maneuver.
Okay, 1 minute left before the RG
Teams here are part of
race
the
maneuver
ascent
PRM
team of the
burn.
Artemis II mission.
Whoa, okay, okay,
We're
okay,
getting
okay.
our
This is
first
the
views from one of
view
the
itself.
solar array
Whoa.
cameras
Let's look at this one.
over the tracking and data relay satellites. We are in a night pass as we are about a little more than 1,300 statute miles above the Earth, just
Get
east off the
ready in. It's
coast
not going to be that long,
of
26
Madagascar.
seconds. Yeah, you can see this is the orbital perigee
So we
map
have,
there.
you can see the Terminator line right just west of
Interesting.
the Philippines and the west coast of Australia, where we'll start to get some sunlight again.
All right. And as you can see, back in the Borneo right
Now
now,
we're just seconds
around
away
my
from the time
part
of
right now,
ignition.
you can see it's already in the
We have
daylight
ignition.
right now. So yeah. Oh, ignition. Okay, ignition of the
You can see the perigee raise
RL10
maneuver from the main
RL10
engine
engine on the
ICPS firing
ICPS. You can see there.
from the solar array wing.
All right, you can see the red hot glowing there. Interesting.
Standing by for confirmation of cutoff.
Okay, get ready for the engine cutoff of the RL10. Okay, cutoff. Visual confirm, cutoff.
Integrity good, PRM, and 1 minute to teeter's handover.
Nice. Just 1 minute before the
Copy that.
TDRS,
Proceed to stable on
the
board. This
tracking
is
data and
Mr.
relay
Hansen on integrity.
satellite system to be hand over of.
Outstanding.
Nice.
And with that, the first burn
All right.
of the
That's interesting.
interim cryogenic propulsion system has been completed and put the crew on the right trajectory to get them to the moon.
All right. So
there are
Integrity for toilet setup, step 2.5.
okay, okay, that's interesting. That's good there.
Yes, there was not an installed oxon inlet filter, even with empty oxone in the hose when I opened up the filter.
Oh, so another report there. Okay, now the Tidris handover begin. So yeah, uh, let's look at it. And yeah, probably around this time I should get a little bit of refreshment, shower, something like that. And afterward, I have to end the stream because unfortunately there's something else I need to do. Huh. Yeah, it's not like I don't want to stream. I want, but I just can't have enough time to do that. So yeah, maybe I'll just open up something, I don't know. Or I just keep it as usual. I should be back for one last time, and after that we'll end this stream. Okay? There's nothing else I can do
This is Mission
at this
Control
time.
Houston. Again, we had a good
Okay, and
perigee
you can
raise
see on the
maneuver.
telemetry there.
Sets us on course to
Nice.
execute the next major burn, the apogee raise burn. Now, the perigee raise maneuver just adjusts the orbit while we are in low Earth orbit, but the apogee raise burn is quite a significant burn, just shy of 18 minutes long.
All right. All right, all right. So another one. Another one. There's also going to be the apogee raise maneuver but that's going to happen at T plus 1 hour and 47 minutes and 57 seconds. I'm going to recap off a little bit before we end this stream. Okay? Here, what will happen next? Oh, so apogee raise maneuver, it will burns for 18 seconds. Oh, sorry, 18 minutes. Sorry. I apologize. This is how it looks like. Okay, because I think a bit of appropriate time to also end the stream because nothing else I can do, and I need to do something else in the background. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, and credit to the Dutch space for this page. In case you want to know how you want to know the link, it's actually very simple. You just type x37b.nl/Artemis. That's all. You will find this website. But maybe I will also going to link in the description if in case you are very interested.
Integrity Houston
Oh,
on TDRS West. White Sands is receiving data. Houston is not. We're still troubleshooting.
okay. They have to troubleshoot their telemetry apparently. Okay, so this is the rest of the burn. I know even if I try
That
to
was
do too long, no one's
Capcom
going to be
Stan
too
Love,
interested
part of
with
the
this.
Ascent
So,
team here in
so I
Mission
think
Control
I should
Houston.
end this stream, but this is
We
how it looks
changed
like
over
at T plus 1 hour,
to point to
47
one of the
minutes
tracking
and
and data relay
57 seconds.
satellites
The
at the
apogee
expected
raise
time.
maneuver, the highest point altitude of the Earth,
That time was updated to
it will
51
be
minutes,
the orbit will be
26
raised
seconds
to
of mission elapsed time going from TDRS East to TDRS
377
West.
kilometers or around 43,700
Switching to TDRS
730
West,
statute miles
Mission Control
into
Houston,
around
not seeing
the
some
high
of the
Earth
data
orbit
coming from Orion,
region, and afterward
coming
at T
from
plus
Integrity.
3
So
hours,
we're standing by to
24 minutes
gain
and
the
18
ability and
seconds
troubleshoot some of the rationale as to
of
why we are having some
afterward
intermittent
or around
gaps in
or
our
in between
communications with the
of
crew.
T plus 3 hours and 24 minutes and 18 seconds or around up until the T plus 4 hours and 35 minutes. The Orion spacecraft will be separated from the ICPS, the interim cryogenic propulsion stage. And also at that point, the proximity operations demonstration will begins to maneuver the
Now,
spacecraft
again, as the
to
teams are
do
troubleshooting,
to try
In
here
the
and there,
blind,
just
we
to
see
practice
good
for the
normal
target
maneuver.
target
LRB-2
capture
is
and whatnot.
expected to
But
be
that should be good.
45 seconds
And
earlier
at
than the
T plus
pad. This
4
is
hours and
1 hour,
52 minutes,
46 minutes,
the
0
Orion
niner
upper
seconds.
stage
No
separation
update to TIGO yet.
burn uh, will also be done. And at T plus 5
That was Capcom
hours,
Stanlove here in
the
Mission Control
disposal
Houston.
burn
We
of
used the term
ICPS,
in the blind.
interim cryogenic propulsion stage,
That refers
will be
to as
begin.
part
So
of
it
the
will
data
re-enter
that we
back
are
into the
not
Pacific Ocean
that we are now
around the
getting
Point Nemo,
from
where there
the
is literally no
TDRS
civilization there.
West satellite.
And at T plus 5 hours and
Noting
4
that we
minutes,
understand that we
CubeSats will
may
be
not be
deployed
receiving
at
communications
1 minute
from the crew,
intervals
though
since
they
there
may
are
be able to
6
hear us.
CubeSats on
So
board. So it will
Stanlove
be around
reporting
5 minutes
what
process
is what status
in
is
between
known
of it.
on our end.
And
We do know
afterward,
that
at T plus 13
from the data we are
hours
receiving,
and 29
that
minutes, the perigee race
the
burn will begin.
stage and
So this
integrity
one is
have
the for the
maneuvered to
flight day
soar
1
normally,
of the ascent and also the mission
meaning
timeline.
that
This one is
the
for the day 1.
orientation, the attitude of the
And the
spacecraft is
day
such that
flight day
solar
2
rays can
it
draw
will be
the
at
maximum
T plus
power.
1 days and 1 hour and 8 minutes up until the T plus 1 hours, 1 days and 1 hours and 16 minutes into the flight. The translunar injection, the TLI burn will begins, which the Orion will departs from the Earth, heading towards orbiting around the moon. Not really super duper orbiting, it's more like flyby at that point. But the rest of it, I will going to
Just before the
I
dangerous
will
handover,
going
we
to
heard your
cover
report about the
a
lack
bit
of an
rest of
oxygen
it,
inlet filter. We copied that
and
there
that's
is
it.
not one installed as expected, but please put in a new one.
All right, and I guess that's it. I need to get some a bit of a shower, and yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching. We will end this stream uh, around T plus
Team here you see in this
1 hours. After
at
that,
the Capcom console
we should be
is NASA astronaut
yeah
Stan
T
Love.
plus
The
one
voice that you're
one
hearing
hours
from the
into the
teams
flight.
here in Mission Control
After that,
Houston
I
up to
will
the crew of
end the stream,
Integrity.
or
The
a little
Capcom
bit
voice
slightly
that
up
you'll hear
until
throughout the
one
mission
hours,
as well.
1 hour
Next
and one
to
minutes. After that, I will just end.
Dr. Love, to his
That's
right
it.
is Jackie Mahaffey, the Chief Training
All
Officer
right.
for the Artemis II crew, and a voice that you'll hear from here in Mission Control Houston. Flight Director Judd
All
Freeling
right.
is
All
to
right.
Stan Love's left.
And I don't
The
think anyone too interested to know about this plot
Ascent Flight
flight here and
Director
there, but
leading the teams through the ascent
just
that happened
a bit
today.
of short
And to
stuff
the
I need
left of
to
Judd
share
Freeling is
show to you in
Flight
case you are
Director
very
Rick
interested
Hensley, part
about
of the entry
how
teams
the flight
here on
looks
console
like.
to
I need to give you
oversee
this one
the
is the
ascent
interesting
portion.
one from the
He'll be
research
returning to
gate.
console on flight
If
day
you're very
9 to
interested,
prepare
here
for
are how it looks
the
like. There's the
splashdown
nose cone
on a nominal timeline for
and
flight
the
day 10.
for the launch
In the blind, we're
launch escape
rebooting
system.
some ground
Okay, nose
equipment
cone,
to try to recover the
altitude
link.
control motors
Expect
with
10
oh
minutes.
8 nozzles also. But the jettison motor that I want to mention is the four aft facing nozzles. This one is the main one, but the altitude control motor just to guide the spacecraft correctly. That one. About motor with the four exposed and also reverse flow nozzles and also aerodynamic fairings. You can see there crew module, aka this um, for the flight for today is the
This is Mission Control Houston.
CMS-003, aka also known as the integrity for the Orion
Again,
spacecraft.
the
Launch abort vehicle,
teams here are
LAV. Oh,
troubleshooting
LAV.
the
Okay, virtual
lack
apex.
of a forward
Not
link
not existing there. Just some
and an ability to
imaginary place
communicate with
just
the
to give you some
crew
idea.
aboard Orion.
Idea, and also the
Teams are
back shell
troubleshooting and
and
planning to
heat shield
reset some ground
to
equipment
protect
as the
the Orion spacecraft
forward link
from the sheer
has
amount
dropped
of
at the time
heating
that we
due
switched
to the
from TDRS East to
hypersonic
TDRS West.
friction when
That
it's
happened,
re-enters
that
back
handover
to the
period
Earth.
started at mission
So this is
elapsed
the
time of
crew module.
51 minutes,
And also
26 seconds.
another one that I also can show.
Capcom Stan Love reporting some updates, what is called in the blind, meaning that
It
though
will
we
be something.
Integrity Houston in the blind, expecting an imminent
Mhm.
automated swap to string 2 on board. Also, reminder, we are still receiving good ICPS data.
Okay. So in case you also want to know this is why I want to mention the um eight figure trajectory. Let
again Capcom
me
Stan
try
Love
show you.
reporting to the
We
crew
are
in
not
the
going to be that
blind,
long.
meaning
I need to
there may
go
be
for a
an ability
shower.
for the crew to hear the calls from the ground.
All
We do know
right.
that we are not able to hear any of the crew calls
Okay,
coming from
so
Orion.
this is how it looks like.
Did
Okay,
just
that's
confirm
why I
that
said
we
this is
are
eight
receiving
figures.
data
So
from the
we
upper
already
stage,
passed the launch,
and that
and
allows
the
us
second
to understand
jettison
and
of the
confirm
SRB,
the
solid
attitude and
rocket boosters,
orientation
fairings,
of
and
both
also launcher abort
spacecraft.
system. Also already passed the number 3 core engine,
Knowing
core
that they
stage
are
main
at
engine
solar
cutoff,
normal,
already separate. Already
and
passed
with the
the
reboot, we're
perigee
starting to get some
race
data
maneuver,
here. We'll
number 4.
confirm that the
So
data
after
we are
that, it's going
receiving
to be the number
is
5
good.
later on. As it going orbiting again, apogee race burn maneuver to the high Earth orbit, and then later on with the Orion separation from the ICPS interim cryogenic propulsion stage, and then proximity operations
With the
demo.
regain of comm, we're
Okay,
starting to get
they are
some
going to do
views
this up to
aboard
2
the Orion
hours.
spacecraft.
They will just align it, just practice it, and after that, ICPS Earth disposal will happen on the seventh one here.
Loud and clear.
And then the ICPS
And
would
we now
deploy
have you the
CubeSat as
same.
well
Good to hear your voice.
around this part as well. Okay,
And good to hear yours as well.
and then number 8,
Right,
yeah,
we are still
Pergy
trying to
race
understand
burn,
whether the
and then
automated
translunar
swap
injection
system
TLI,
N2 recovered comm for
Orion
us, so we're
engine,
aware
and
of
then
what's
you can
going on the
see it's
ground.
going to try to
We gave
uh,
you calls about
almost
a
orbit around the
beginning and
moon.
an oxone
And
inlet
then
filter. Did you
11,
copy that?
oh yeah, and then 10 outbound transit to the moon. It's
Copy
going to
all.
take around 4 days, and then 11, the lunar. Sorry, I need to show you here. Okay.
This is Mission Control Houston, though the
Yeah, I need to show
solutions
you
that
here.
were provided to the
So this
team
is correct.
for communications
Okay, okay, okay,
from
okay. You guys
integrity
can read.
is
Should
not
be able
known
to
which
read this.
one worked,
So
but we
read
do
again
know that we are
if you
receiving
miss it.
data. We
And
have
then
the
after that, the
confirmation that
11
is
lunar
updating some
flyby,
of our
which will
telemetry
be
that
around
shows that the solar array was
6,113 kilometers,
have been
or
reconfigured
around
to the solar normal.
4,047 miles mean
Again,
of the
drawing
lunar
as much power as
far side
possible
flyby altitude, something we
while
cannot see. That's
integrity
why
is
it's
in
called as
flight
the
and
far
awaiting the
side.
next
But
burn, the
once you have
apogee
already
raise
flown
burn.
to it,
And you just
you shall be
heard
able to
confirmed,
see
though
what's
Stan Love
another side
was
we don't see
reporting some
around the
things in
Earth.
the blind, meaning we could
And
not hear the
afterward will
crew
be the number 12,
respond to any of the
Trans-Earth
calls that were
return,
going on Orion
also
to
going to
Earth.
take 4
We
days.
did confirm
And then number
from
13
Reid
will be
Weisman
the
aboard
crew module
Integrity
separation
that they
from
did hear
service
all of the
module.
calls that
And then 14,
Capcom
the
Stan
Earth
Love was
interface,
reporting.
We
which will
out
back to
the
the
comm
Earth's
loss we plan to remain
atmosphere.
on
And then
S-band
finally, on
straight
the
to.
15th will be the splashdown, which the ships will recover as astronauts, and also even the
S-band stream 2.
Orion
Grid
spacecraft,
19
the
has been
Integrity
inhibited
CMS
for right
dash
GG.
003. So that's it.
Copy
That's
grid
the
19.
mission, what we want to cover, and this is how it looks like. So that's it, everybody. I guess thank you so much everybody for watching, and unfortunately I have to end the coverage here because I have something to do in the meantime, and I don't think anyone would be too interested on continuing this stuff. Okay, but it's okay, it's fine. I mean, I've already done this before for
This is
the
Mission
space
Control
flight, but
Houston.
for the EVA, the
Commander
extravehicular
Reid
activities,
Weisman
but
working through his
don't worry,
steps
if I
at
have
this time in the
if
timeline.
I have time, I will
Mission
also going to
specialists
cover the rest
Christina
of it.
Koch
Probably we'll
and
see the
Jeremy
second part,
Hansen
so stay tuned to that.
should be
So
closing out
thank you so
some
much
of
everybody for
the
watching, and
procedures
take care
that
everybody,
were activating some
and
of the
goodbye.
environmental control and life
Take care.
support
Bye
systems.
bye.
And again, those steps
And yeah,
were relayed
just
from
listen it.
Capcom Stan Love were
After
received
they
by the crew, so they
already ended
so they
and
did
their
copy
talk, I
them
will
and
also going to end this.
address any of the
Just
feedback
wait for the talk
that
to
was provided by
dry down.
Capcom Stan Love.
Okay.
The launch and entry suits for Mission Specialist 1 and 2.
So that's it. Take care,
Christina Koch
everybody,
and Jeremy Hansen.
and see you on the
Per the
second part
timeline,
whenever I have time. So
they
thank
are in
you.
the
Bye bye.
period of time to doff or take off the suits. The launch and entry suits for Commander Reid Weisman and pilot Victor Glover will remain on until after a successful apogee raise burn. Their role is to oversee the successful burn there. In the meantime, they're configuring some of their equipment and configuration that's needed ahead of the day's activities, starting with covering a CCD cursor control device. And they're well on their way to a nominal timeline, of course, addressing the communication link by resetting some ground equipment and changing the string of communications, which addressed the issue, and now we're getting full data from the ICPS as well as the Orion spacecraft.
That's everybody. Bye bye. So this is the live view from the Orion spacecraft, as you can see. Thank you so much, everybody, for your interest. And unfortunately, I have to end this stream. Yeah, I don't want to end this, but I have something to do behind the scene. You know, I cannot I cannot just say no to
Integrity
my current
Houston,
life. So
questions
yeah,
for Jeremy and
thank
for
you.
Christina.
All right.
Stan, can you power on the toilet, and then we'll stand by for your words for Jeremy and Christina.
Toilet power up is in work. The questions are, can you confirm the HHP cam has been powered down? And then the question for Christina is whether the urine filter, that's the rubber part, was installed, but just no beads connected.
And that's affirmative. The filter was installed, no beads.
Thank you.
And Stan, we are wrapping up PWD right now. Jeremy will get the HHP cameras after that. There was a tremendous amount of back pressure on all those settings, so it's taken a little bit of all the connectors, so it's taken a little bit of time.
Copy. Thank you.
Commander Reid Weisman aware of the steps, the initial steps for mission specialists Christina Koch and Jeremy Hansen, working on some of the systems inside, while the commander and pilot monitor the flight of Integrity.
Integrity Houston, toilet is powered, waste tank purged.
We copy that, Stan. Thank you.
Some of the equipment inside needs to be activated by flight controllers here in Mission Control Houston. The activation of some of these necessary for their trip on their first day in orbit as part of the Artemis II mission. While Christina Koch addressed the waste systems that are on board now that they're activated and purged. Jeremy Hansen working on the potable water dispenser, rather. One of his initial steps is to activate the equipment and start filling some bags as a reserve. So he's working through those steps. The HHP camera is one of the internal cameras inside of Integrity. HHP camera was one that was captured through the duration of ascent and recorded into the flight computers.
Go ahead.
Yeah, doubt it helps you at all, Stan. But that whole time that you all had, it seemed like you had a good forward link. We just had no return. We saw a good frame lock, and everything looked good. The only thing we did not have was a good ping. I don't know if that helps you.
That helps a lot, Reid. Thank you for that report. Terry Houston for saws. We saw the saw 3 brake go into error position. We're confident it engaged, but we saw more motion than we expected during the burn. We are cycling the brake on that saw.
Okay, Stan, we copy that. HHP cameras are off, pup 1 switches are off, Stan.
Copy HHP and pup, thank you. Integrity Houston, starting thermal roll.
Houston, integrity on toilet, step 6.7.
Go ahead for step 6.7.
Yes, during 6.7, about 20 seconds after starting the water into the funnel, after a nominal startup, the toilet shut down on its own, and I have a blinking amber fault light.
Copy, talking about it. And integrity for toilet, we're going to have to think about that for a while. In the meantime, CCUs are available in Alpha 2.
We copy, and I'll be returning the funnel to the cradle.
Good config.
This is Mission Control Houston, a read back of some of the communications that occurred on Orion to Earth. We're now at 1 hour, 17 minutes of mission elapsed time. We got confirmation that the upper stage and Integrity began a thermal roll. They are on the illuminated side of the Earth right now at an altitude of just a little more than 1,000 statute miles. The thermal roll allows for even distribution of heating from the sun at that altitude. Distributes it a little more evenly ahead of the apogee rays burn. In the meantime, mission specialist Christina Koch working on the activation of some environmental control life support systems and waste management systems. Currently, as teams on the ground analyze some troubleshooting of the activation steps that she was going through, she'll gather some of the backup waste management capabilities that they have aboard Integrity, just as a precaution while the teams assess how to address
Goodbye,
orders
everybody,
reported down from
and we'll
mission
leave
specialist
this.
Christina Koch
Bye
on the
bye.
fault light.
And yeah, you see, pretty beautiful
Now at mission elapsed time of 1 hour 18
background
minutes.
view of the Earth.
We are
You can
coming up
see on the
on
drop back there.
the post-launch
I hope you enjoy
press
this.
conference
And
at
this is
the
all
Kennedy
from me.
Space Center,
See ya soon.
where
Bye
subject
bye.
matter experts have
And yeah, the
gathered
mission
to
elapsed time is T plus
and will
1
address
hour
the
and 18
launch
minutes.
that just occurred.
How interesting, isn't it?
And media will
I,
ask some
I hope you really
questions.
enjoy this stuff.
As
You
part of
know,
our
even though
continuous
I really
coverage
want to
plan,
keep
where we are
continue this stream,
streaming
but
this mission
I
24
have
hours
something
a
to
day,
do
7
in real
days a
life.
week,
So
throughout the
yeah,
duration
that's it.
of
That's the
the
only
Artemis
extent
II
I
mission.
can only stream
The
for now.
briefings
So
themselves
see you guys
will
soon,
also be
and take care.
streamed on this platform.
And I will
The
end this
time
stream
of the
shortly
beginning
after
of the
this.
press
If
briefing
you see
is
I'm
scheduled to
going
be
to the
7 p.m.
if you
Central
see me
Time,
going to this
8
one,
p.m.
it means
Eastern
I
Time
will
today.
end this
So
pretty
coming up
shortly.
in just about 6
So yeah,
minutes.
thank you.
While the post-launch press conference is
Integrity thermal roll complete, and a question for Christina for toilet.
All right, Stan, just give us a minute, and the view of Australia was epic just now. It's amazing to be at this altitude, and Christina's working hard.
Roger. And Integrity, we also have a story about a water tank valve problem during powered flight. We saw an anomalous indication on the water ISO valve between water tanks Bravo and Charlie. Based on the signature we saw with the tanks during the PWD checkout, we think that valve is closed. We are going to troubleshoot that going forward.
quick recap. The thermal roll is complete, distributing.
Dan, when you got Equus.N2H2O up, give me a call.
I'm looking at it.
Tab stop 17, we show that valve closed, if that helps you.
That is also what we see, and that's exactly the valve we're looking at. Related to that, question for Jeremy. For the PWD checkout, did you check out the primary first or the secondary first?
And Stan, Jeremy says primary first because he had trouble getting the secondary on, and I'm also ready to take your call.
Copy primary first. We appreciate that. Christina, for the toilet, can you please tell us what the status LED is doing? Or was doing when you saw the fault?
It had been on per normal, and there was good suction, and then it turned off when the fault started blinking.
That's valuable information. Thank you.
Teams on the ground continuing to troubleshoot the waste management systems aboard Integrity. Now we'll continue to follow the mission here as the 4 astronauts work on the steps to activate some of the systems and prepare for the apogee raise burn. About 3 minutes from now, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll start the press briefing. That press briefing will happen on our 24/7 live coverage. While that is happening, you can listen to the Orion to Earth loops and continue to cover the mission and views from the solar array wing cameras aboard Orion. And you can follow that at our clean live stream, also available at NASA's YouTube channel.